Hello, everyone. Before we start today's amazing episode of the Have a Word podcast, we need to tell you about our Patreon, patreon.com/haveawordpod. It's one of the biggest Patreons in the world. It's the biggest in the UK for good reason. Isn't it, Finn?
Yeah, you get an extra episode every week of this. You get all the specials. How many specials is it now?
There's about 743.
And they're all unbelievable TV level stuff.
Lock-ins, we've been to Nashville, we've been to India, we've done so much. If you enjoy the vibe of the Have a Word podcast, become a lid, join the lid army, patreon.com/haveawordpod. Also, Adam is one of the best comedians in the country. Go and see him live. I'm a good comedian. I couldn't say that.
You're one of the best in the country. Don't put yourself down.
Man. Go and find my tickets as well. We do loads of live stuff, and we've got a huge announcement coming soon. Tweak a nipple. Get excited. Sign up to the Patreon. Enjoy the episode. Finn was great in it.
Always.
Wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
I've read 128 pages of a book.
Dun, dun, dun.
How long's the book?
I'm about a quarter of the way through.
Wait, is it a kid's book?
No.
Is he at Hogwarts, yeah?
It's a Sally Rooney book.
Is it the Sally Rooney book?
There's only one Sally Rooney.
Seneca's favourite author?
Yeah.
Is that one of them anyway?
Oh, no.
She's a complicated little bitch, this woman.
That's not why Seneca. Is that in the blurb?
Yeah, no, it's fucking good. Yeah, I think what I've been waiting for years to find a book that speaks to me, you know?
And that's what Sally Rooney does.
They're called films, Adam.
What?
They're called films. This book's speaking to me. Wow.
Yeah.
What's it about?
About two brothers grieving the loss of their father.
Where's the complicated bitch coming? Oh, is that Sally Rooney? Oh my God, I thought you were talking about the protagonist. She's
so
a
it's
complicated
talking to you.
bitch. She's so good at words. Fuck you, Sally.
she is, though.
You've done it again.
Like,
Because you can empathise.
no, well, the first chapter, I was like, this is fucking mental the way she's writing this. There's too much going on. Like, there was no, like, spoilers. There's no
Spoilers. Have we said the name of the book?
there was no,
So spoilers.
intermezzo.
Oh, Seneca's got that book. Yeah.
Good team.
It's,
Is that like a Sunday theme?
Yeah.
it's,
You were struggling with the through line. There was like too much going
no,
on.
so what was going on in the first chapter is
this Adam
like
does
there was no differentiation in the writing between an action, a thought, and speech. Like, she doesn't differentiate at all, and I was like, what a fucking weird way to write. And then the second chapter I started reading, and it was so different, and I realised it's because the two brothers she's writing about, the first one she's writing about, has got severe ADHD, and it's never explicitly said, but she's writing like an ADHD person would think.
Oh.
And in the second chapter, he's autistic as fuck, and it changes and it's writing like that.
shit.
Right.
It's fucking class. Really enjoying it. I think I'm going to start reading
You have?
more.
Intermezzo.
Yeah.
So that was a 9-day holiday. You got 128 pages done.
Yeah, but that was in like 2 sittings, 3 sittings,
That's a lot.
2 or 3 sittings. Yeah.
I hate reading. It's boring as fuck.
No, it's not. It's fucking phenomenal. Just if you're reading the right book.
No.
Yeah, you got to find the book that like speaks.
You
to
haven't found Sally Rooney, that complicated bitch, or whatever he just said.
No, I look.
It's like, Carl, listen, whatever you think about books, forget it. Because when you pick up Sally Rooney's new mega hit, Intermezzo, woo!
I look at the page and then go, I haven't read any of that.
Right, well, that's the problem you're having with reading,
You know what I mean?
isn't it?
Yeah, see, Ali's nodding.
You read it and then you get to the end and you go, fucking, what was that? Yeah, what
Yeah,
was
he
what,
said.
any of that?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you don't read, reading can be shit.
No, I'm reading it.
Yeah,
I'm going, reading it, yeah. And then I go, none of that went in.
No, I do that sometimes. And with other books, that's all I do. And that's why I've stopped. But like with this one, there's been a couple of times I've got like 3 or 4 sentences in and gone, I've got to go back there. It is like an ADHD thing.
Yeah.
But this is the most of a book I've read.
Everyone reads like that. sometimes you're in the zone and you're like, I'm smashing this. And then there's other times when you get to the end of the page and go, I've got to go back because I'm thinking about work or I'm thinking about, like, that does happen. But you must have read some of a book where some of it's gone in. Because you just made out that you were like, page 1, nah, that's not gone in. Page 2, this is
I
a
used to be
fucking
the guy who's
nightmare.
like, yeah, I'll buy a book in the airport, and then it just sits in my bag, and I'm
Well,
like,
I bought this one in the airport, and for years I've done that with yous, haven't I? Every time we go somewhere, I get one, and I don't even open it. Fucking opened it tonight. This is the most I've read of a book as an adult that isn't Jamie Carragher's autobiography.
and he's a complicated little bitch as well.
You've done it again, Jamie. This is all over the shop. This is ADHD.
Well done.
Yeah. So I bought it in the airport on the way to Nashville. 3rd year in a row. Nashville, Tennessee. I know it now. Know it like the back of my hand, mate. Like, what? No fucking everywhere. Yeah, really good fun.
Yeah,
Seeing some absolute bangers at CMA Fest as well.
boobs.
Oh, it's everywhere in Nashville.
Cowboys, innit? Cowgirls.
And I respect that.
Who'd you say at TMA? Who's the bangers?
Zach Top.
We're going to the top.
The Red Clay Strays.
Oh, the red clay strays.
Riley Green.
I know.
I know Riley Green.
Yeah.
I'd suck his dick.
So he opened for Luke Combs when we went.
Yeah.
And he's really kicked on since then.
You met him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella
got-
Langley. She was on at the stadium. She was on at the stadium. We seen her in a fucking cupboard when we were there. She's in stadiums now, mate.
Unbelievable.
Darius Rucker.
Yeah.
Bit of the old we're going wheel.
Yeah.
We're gone.
Is that him playing Wonderwall? Does it go off?
His entire catalogue goes off.
I don't know any of the other ones.
Come on, mate.
Well, he's Hoosie, isn't he? He's
Does he
Hoosie
do
from
that
Hoosie
stuff,
and the
though?
Blowfish.
Is he not doing his solo stuff?
He does both.
Oh, right, okay.
Brooks and Dunn.
What?
Unbelievable.
They're good for Bournemouth.
Why
them.
didn't we go? Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn. Or Brooks and Dunn.
They are the biggest selling duo of all time.
Yeah, so don't you feel stupid now?
What?
Fucking
Brooks and
idiots.
Dunn.
More than Hall and Oates.
More than Wham.
More than Simon and Garfunkel.
The Chuckle Brothers.
More than Simon and Garfunkel.
More than Wham.
More than Wham.
Who every year will sell so much over Christmas.
Yeah. They're the biggest selling duo of all time.
That doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't, does it? Because you don't understand how
Are they
big it
selling
is.
at Christmas? Still selling?
Oh, yeah.
Hit classics such as Red Dirt Road,
Shut up.
Neon Moon,
Oh, Neon Moon. Crazy.
My Maria.
My Maria.
Yeah.
Sally Rooney's a complicated bitch. That's their new hit. It's Adam's life.
What's the biggest duos ever?
1 minute, I'm just looking
Liam
where they
and
are.
Noel?
So far,
not
they're
a
not
duo,
at number
though.
7 on the top 20.
Yeah, but what website are you looking at here?
The Rolling Stone.
fucking idiot?
that's
Wrong website.
What's number 1?
Oh, they've come in at number 19
Yeah, but when was that?
last year.
Yeah, so you
They've had a big year.
Who was number 1?
It was the Everly Brothers.
Who's that?
They're like the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s.
seen Blake Shelton.
He's a good wide receiver.
He was a judge on American
like a tight
Gwen
The Voice.
Stefani's fella.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did you see Gwen Stefani?
That'd be
that's a
that'd
shame.
be cool.
That'd be class.
Gwen Stefani.
No, it wouldn't.
Gwen Stefani?
What, over Brooks and Hubbard?
Not over Brooks
Are you
and
mad?
Hubbard. I'm
She
saying
does the No Doubt stuff as well.
Lady Wilson. She joined Brooks and Dunn.
an arse fell off
she,
though, didn't it?
yeah, but she's taking her arse implants out. Which
She's
respectfully.
still fit, mate. Some gaff.
Is that another artist? Chinese lad.
Don't do the voice.
Country music's massive in Asia, you know.
I thought you were going to say Nashville. I was like, we know it. Hey, it's getting big in Nashville, like, took it over.
We've got a tailor top on now, so she was country to begin with, wasn't she?
She was, yeah. Before she lost fucking track of where she comes from, mate.
And become a billionaire. What a stupid woman. Lost the plot.
Forgot her roots.
Idiot.
Oh, God.
Did some shopping. Got a new pair of boots, new hat.
Most expensive hat so far?
No.
Blue hat.
Black.
Oh, you meant black?
Yeah, but like clean black.
I'm owed a hat. A clean black hat. That sounds like a song.
Why?
It sounds
'Cause
like
you
a
gave my
nursery
hat
rhyme.
away at the
No,
end.
and then I lent you one for the country day and you left it on a table and I lost it.
That doesn't mean I put it on a table. I put it on our table.
I think we're 1-1, Cal.
I put it on our table.
If I lend you a hat, that's your responsibility
It is,
until
it
the
is.
next day.
It's 1-1 with the hats.
Yeah, so you can suck my gooch.
Did you go and see Rainbow Thingy? What's she called?
Who?
Susan the Hat Maker.
Yeah,
Yeah?
got a new one made.
What was
Nice.
her name?
Stormy.
Stormy. That's it.
Class.
Susan
What a
the Hat
woman.
Maker.
Susan the Rainbow Hat Maker.
I knew it was some sort of weather-related thing.
Yeah. Got my missus a pair of boots for Christmas that didn't fit her.
That's
So we
nice.
took them to took them to Covers because they don't ship to the UK.
Were they too big or too small?
Too small.
I just couldn't grow into them.
And
She's not 11.
You grow into them, babe. 25.
26.
got them all swapped and changed, all nice. Yeah, it was a good trip. Really good trip. I've had a good time.
Will you go back?
No one's worried about you being in Nashville, by the way. We're not like, oh, I hope he's having a good time. It's not like Dubai.
Would you go back?
What?
Will you go back?
I will go back next year, I think.
He's getting a
At the same
season
time.
ticket.
Yeah. Big group, though. Want to take a group. So tell all your missus, we're all going back next year. Nashville too.
Do you want to do the NFL there?
What?
Do you want to do the NFL there?
Sure. Whenever you want to go.
What's their team?
Shitty Titans, isn't it?
The Titans.
Although they've got a new, they've got first overall pick in the draft, Cam Ward. He's looking pretty good, but it's summer training
Is that
camp.
because they finished bottom?
They were poo. They were medically
Vanderbilt
shite.
baseball team, though. Currently one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, but baseball, load of shite.
No, it's fucking not. You can just sit there and get bevied all day. It's great.
No, that's the best bit.
And you can
That's,
shout.
that's why, yeah.
Oh, that road sign you put in the chat.
That's cool as
That was
fuck.
mad.
Perry Wallace Way.
Yeah.
Oh, I met one of the Jonas Brothers and played pool with him.
Which one?
Frankie.
Frankie Jones.
That's like me and Danny would know. No one's asked, bro.
Is he the fourth one?
Yeah.
He's not in the Jonas Brothers.
No, he's the black sheep of the family. He's just recorded
He's the bad boy.
He's just recorded
he's
his.
black?
What? He's the black sheep of the family.
So he's not a brother then? He's a brother.
He's the Genus brother.
He's not a Jonas brother.
Yeah, I played pool with him.
How
he's
is he
just-
the black sheep? He's had like sex once, or what? How is he the?
He's just
like a
not in the
Johnhead.
band.
Looks like a Johnhead.
He's a country musician. He's just recorded his debut country record.
And is he playing on the Jonas name?
His name's Frankie Jonas.
But he's playing on the fact that he's a Jonas brother, yeah?
No, you would.
it's not.
Come on, you got to use that bit of
That's not his
nepotism.
fault. It
No,
is
he's
his
the
name.
Jonas Brothers. Jonas Brothers' brother.
Oh, the brother of the Jonas brothers.
He's the brother. Right, yeah. Does he sound?
Yeah, I think I annoyed him.
Because you were bevied.
Did you beat him
I
at
was
pool too?
absolutely fucking hammered. First of all, I smashed him a pill, I think. But I walked in and I was like, oh, I watched your clip from last year at CMA Fest. And he was like, I didn't do CMA Fest last year. And I went, oh, well, I seen a clip of you at CMA Fest. He was like, yeah, that was yesterday. I was like, oh, I've seen that one. And he was like, oh, right, nice one.
Want to play pool?
That's not pissed him off. You've seen his stuff.
He just, he just, I don't think he believed me. I think he thought I was just trying to be nice. But I had actually seen a clip of him.
Is he like a little Hollywood gobshite?
No, not at all.
No?
He's a little country guy. Yeah.
Nice. How many brothers are there?
26. Ma Jonas was a busy woman.
There's Joe. Who are the main ones? Joe.
Joe, Nick, Derek.
Frankie.
No, he's not one of the main ones.
No, he is. He watched this.
Oh, well, I Frank lad.
Oh,
Saw your
Kevin.
clip.
Kevin.
Kevin Jonas?
Yeah.
He played for Leicester at some point. Didn't he?
There
It's
is
Joe
on-
and Nick.
There is only 4 of them.
It's Joe and Nick, though. And
Yeah,
they're,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
they're the main dudes.
Yeah.
I asked me missus if she'd fuck me in the sky.
Great. Is that one of his new lyrics?
On the plane, you mean?
Yeah, wants to join the Mile High Club. You know what she said? No, because they'll kick us off the plane.
Get the parachutes for the slags. Off they go.
What does happen? Do you get arrested when you land?
Well, she said they'll kick us off the plane, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, we're up in the air? And she was like, no, they'll kick us off when we land. And I was like, good.
Did you? Did you mean in your business seat or in the toilet?
In the seat.
Put them little shutters up.
Orange juice for me. Do you want a champagne? There you go.
No, but when it gets dark and everyone turns it off, you can, it does get dark and the cab on.
Yeah, but you can see people fucking though, can't you? Because they give you a blanket and they've got a little divider. This is my fucking business. It's fucking business time.
No, I just want to fuck her in the toilet.
Yeah.
Not the arse.
Not a euphemism.
Is it? Do you get arrested for that? Is that like an arrestable offence?
Yeah.
Or is
If
it
they catch you.
like a misdemeanor?
No, it's not an arrestable. Also, it's business class. You're not getting fucking. Come on,
I don't know. You know.
down with the.
Why is it illegal? Is it because it's like public indecency?
No, but like,
You're in a little toilet, aren't you?
So can you fucking like the Mackey's toilet? Is it the same?
I don't think you can fuck in any public toilet.
No.
I mean, you can.
What's it say for?
But I don't know why it's illegal. And also, they have to prove it, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's
Is
not,
it a crime?
It's not technically illegal.
No.
It's just frowned upon.
It's violating airline policy, so you might get banned from flying with that airline. Or if you're flying over a country where like public sex is like a heavy crime.
What?
That's what it says.
It's international waters.
The
International
laws of
skies.
the sky?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I was flying from Nashville to the UK. There's a lot of ocean there.
Yeah, so you're international waters, you can kill her. It's fine.
And she said no.
She's like, no, we'll
Her
get
feet
off the
hurt
plane.
from the fucking shoes.
Do you reckon the pilot would be able to tell? Because like when I flew back from Germany,
Right, fuck, mate, yeah.
they spread.
Turbulence. Get back in your seat. Hang on. There isn't turbulence.
When I came back,
Oh, Adam Rose in business class.
He's like this in the cabin.
But luckily, we're over international waters. Thank God we're not flying over Afghanistan. Although that would be a fucking mental route.
got
Also,
lost there, mate.
how big is this steering wheel for the fucking plane?
Steering wheel.
Go on, Addy.
oh yeah, when I was flying back from Germany, they moved a lot of the kind of bigger people to the back of the plane because the plane was like only
Because they wanted to do a
quarter full.
wheelie.
Yeah, that's weight distribution.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah,
Apparently
but
they
if
did that
two
before you-
passengers get up and then jump up and down like sexy times in the toilet, and that's on one side, then the plane could like do that.
Harry? Just a sec. Jump up and down, sexy time.
Well, I don't know. It's like it's a lot of
Trampoline fuck.
yeah. It's like
Do you,
well, I mean, normal kind of
do your feet
sensual.
ever lift off the ground when you're fucking?
He's that excited.
One of you could be jumping, but both of you jumping is insane.
Depends how excited you are.
Who are you, Tigger?
Puts House of Pain on and goes to town.
Paris, flying over international airspace.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. It was just a Winnie the Pooh reference. So let's all make sure we know it's a Winnie the Pooh reference. He bounces.
Do you reckon you could join the Malai Club on like a Dublin flight?
Ryanair.
Yeah, well, it's like 25 minutes.
It costs, they just charge you
yeah,
to
you
fuck.
pay enough.
It's not a mile though, is it? You're on an incline from Liverpool, and then there's no point where you're at the same height. With that flight.
it though.
You go up, and then they go, it's time for landing.
No one's gonna go. No, that's not a mile high. You're actually joined the half a mile high club. That's not a thing.
Yeah,
No, you're
it's in the
absolutely
sky.
right.
Innit? Does that mean as soon as it takes off, if you...
I think if you get, if
Are you in
start,
the Mile High Club?
I'm not in the Mile High Club. No.
Really? Have you ever tried? Have you ever like asked the question?
No.
No?
No. Because, I mean, when we fly to Japan, it's our first time flying business together, and I feel like that's the biggest opportunity to do it, because you're a bit more segregated, aren't you?
Yeah.
We've flown long haul a few times, but it's like, I don't know, it's never come up.
Yeah. Also, at what point of the long haul flight do you use the bathroom for sexy times? You got to get in there early, haven't you? Before the
Stinks of poo.
Asian businessmen have like voided the bowels. You
Is
know
it,
what I
is
mean?
that the Asian?
Yeah.
Stinks more.
Oh.
Oh, it's poo, innit?
Oh, it does, yeah. It all stinks.
Joe would be sick. No, this would be a flex. Joe, when you get like a tour of the cockpit,
Getting sucked off in the cockpit.
just going, hey, you turn around. Shaggy
to the pilot. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Face
Turn
the wall.
round, face the wall.
Pilot Johnson. Trying to bum me bird if you don't mind.
That's
Sorry,
a
lads.
porno,
Yeah. No, everyone likes to go with that.
Shouldn't have called it the cockpit.
Crashes the plane.
Suggestive. Right. So you're going to try. Now, when do you float the idea of the Mile High Club? When do you float the idea? Is it like,
In the sky, probably.
oh, you like,
It needs to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
right.
It needs to be like, there's just been a bit of turbulence. The vibrations have given it a little pussy flutter. And then you're like, hey, fuck me.
Right.
You have to wait for the car to go past as well.
Nightmare. Because then you're all horny.
Yeah, I think it has to be spontaneous. You can't plan it.
Has anyone cracked one out in it? Oh, you had a sky wank?
When I was 14, I had a wank in the toilet on the way to Turkey. But I didn't have any like porn on my phone, so I just had a photo of
Paige
Oh my
Van
God,
Zandt, who
yeah.
used to be a UFC fighter.
Oh yeah.
She was in a fight. She was in a fighting gear, and I was just like, but I kind of did it just to say that I'd done it.
Yeah.
I'm
The badge everyone wants.
I'm a pioneer.
Banked on a plane's UFC fighter. Well then.
You've lived a life.
But also, I was 14.
But everyone knew you were doing it because you kept jumping up and down.
How quick?
And also he walked to the toilet holding up a photograph.
How quick did you come?
Do you know what? I didn't.
No, but what I mean is, there's people waiting outside the bathroom, isn't there? You can't be in there for a
Yeah, well, they were doing it. I could hear them do. I think it took me a while because I could hear them doing the trolley service, like prepping it. So
Oh,
like
you
that-
can't wait in a queue and then crack one out.
And also at the time, my mum worked for TUI.
Did you wank at the front
Did you not
toilet?
smell of shit? No, because
So
I do a
many
poo. I
questions.
just had a wank. Yeah, but airplane toilets normally smell of shit. Well, but I was thinking about it before. I was like, I'm going to get on the plane and have a wank. So I got in early.
He was the first person in. That's the rookie move is to wait till someone's had a shite. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
While
someone's had
you're
a
still
shite,
on the
you just have
floor.
to imagine you're bumming her. And she hasn't cleaned.
And he's back. Welcome home, Adam Rowe.
The flush scares me on the toilets. And
Yeah, I feel like if I'm near it, I'll end up in the sea.
yeah. I always thought that they dropped it, but they don't.
No, because in my head, the toilet is the bottom of the plane, but obviously that's fucking impossible.
No, but the sound it makes sounds like they've opened a flap and...
yeah.
You thought they dropped it?
Yeah.
So there's just someone on the floor going, fucking hell, that was a big pigeon.
No, I thought he did drop it over the sea. I thought he dropped poo over the sea. Is that not a fact?
I'm pretty sure they land, and then some fella who has the worst job in the airport has to like sort it out.
He doesn't get in there with a mop.
No, it's a poo tank.
Yeah, it just gets emptied into a big shite bucket.
That's still not a great job, is it? Get the bags off and the shit.
Well, he used to not be able to shit on a stationary train because you'd shit on the track and everyone would see you. That's a fact, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
But that can't fall on anyone, can it? Whereas, like, if you have a solid stool, you could
That
knock
could be the
someone
name
out.
of this podcast, by the way. That's a fact, isn't it? I think so.
Hang on, do you think your poo's like just turning into a torpedo?
Yeah, if you drop a penny off the top of the Empire State Building, it can kill a baby.
Yeah, but that's made of metal, isn't
Kill a
it?
man and baby. What do you mean?
So, like, if I had a bit of corn,
It's got to be a lot more
through the-
accurate to kill a baby than a man. Babies are small.
and also if it's a big, like, if it's like, you know, if it's one of Adam's, like, I've been in the toilet before.
No, that's not making.
How do you
that's-
could kill a baby with a coin on the floor?
I could kill a baby with loads of ways.
I'll take that back.
Yeah.
Do we poo over the sea?
No, and not on the tracks anymore, but it did used to be.
Do that one.
Yeah, but you still could. You just weren't meant to. The toilet still worked, didn't it?
Oh,
When you were in the station.
I thought they were like dumb. Like
Yeah, they were like, don't, but it's still, you still could.
What about on boats?
Oh,
Is it, the
you're
sewage
allowed to
ends
do
up in the sea
whatever
anyway,
you
doesn't
want.
it?
in the
toilet,
sea.
aren't you? Like the toilet is the sea.
I wonder if they'd arrest you for like pissing off the end of a boat.
Where?
Surely not.
Like if you're like at sea, if you're on a P&O cruise and you're just stood on the fucking,
The sea cat.
yeah, you're just stood pissing into the sea. Like, hey, you can't do that. Why? If anything, that helps the environment because you're not using any energy with a flush.
You're cutting off the middleman.
Yeah.
It ends up in the sea anyway.
No, there's not. I mean, if the Coast Guard's not going to take issue with that, surely. Maybe it's against P&O policy. Please
name.
don't piss off the balcony.
Onto the boat.
Just onto the lower deck.
Near enough to see, mate. It'll swash over soon enough.
No, there's no respect for the sea. You're allowed to do what you want to that dirty old girl.
Yeah, they threw Bin Laden in it.
That's why I piss in the sea.
No, if you
for
can
you,
throw
Osama.
Bin Laden in the sea.
Carl absolutely bladdered on a P&O cruise. Pissing into it. Hey, mate, you can't do that. Why? Bin Laden's in there somewhere.
Yeah, but they threw. If they're allowed to throw Bin Laden, you're allowed to do a piss. I think that's a fact. It is mad that he's somewhere, isn't it?
If you believe all that.
What do you mean?
I think he's still out there, mate.
Still in fucking the Bahamas, mate.
Wouldn't they have discredited the US by saying he's still alive if he was alive?
Unless he was a US asset all along.
Yeah, he's living in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Well, originally he thanked the US, didn't he, for the help in the
They funded
Crusades?
him in the
Yeah,
80s.
Yeah.
In the Crusades.
In the Soviet-Afghan War.
There was Crusaders, though, wasn't there? They were involved.
Gays.
What?
That's cruises, isn't it?
In the 14th century Crusades?
No, Google Osama bin Laden Crusaders. I think that might have been a gang name on Xbox.
Yeah, this is Charlie Wilson's war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was own war.
Yeah, the states paid for the Afghani fight against the Russians.
Maybe let's not. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
What is it?
No, he declared
war on
jihad against the Crusaders
and the
and Jewish people.
All right.
I knew Crusaders.
I mean, that's not news, guys, that Osama bin Laden didn't like Jewish people. That's,
No, but
you're not
America went,
breaking news.
here's,
No,
all,
you know, it's
here's
the-
all the fucking weapons, and then at the end, Osama bin Laden went, thank you to America for helping me, and then 10 years later went, actually, fuck you.
Yeah.
So maybe he was a US asset. That's good thinking.
Well, not the US did to piss him off. Where he's like, right, that's just me and the kids now. Goodbye to your buildings.
I think they destroyed...
I think that was the equivalent of.
Oh,
like,
Osama, what's up, babe? I'll inbox me. Inbox you.
9/11 was his version of like burning your ex's clothes, wasn't it? No, fuck yeah. Well, if we're not staying together, you're not having these undies.
Just a load of inspirational quotes.
There you go.
Today's guest went to school with Bin Laden.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should ask them.
That's mad how we've got there. Genuinely,
It's not.
accidentally. I know it's not.
Mad how we got to 9/11. Hang on. What about shitting in the sky? What about 9/11?
No. He did go to school with Bin Laden, though, Big Dom. We've spoke about it to him personally.
Yeah. He doesn't like talking about it, does he?
No, but we spoke about it as much
We did.
as
We had to
humanly
really. We'll talk about it when he comes in. But the way we've arranged getting Dom in today, he was part of a pilot we did for a TV show that we're working on, and he's kept in touch and said you should come and do the show, and we designed an entire section of the show, like a quiz around Bin Laden, and the link into it was you went to school with Bin Laden, and we brought it up and you could see him being like, I've done so much in my career. Why are we talking about this? Because I think I brought it up by saying, like, you were involved with 9/11, weren't you? And he was like...
And he got his back up. Weird. God, he's touchy about that.
Was that not one of his pranks?
We literally
Hello? That is the World Trade Center.
We literally did say you were involved in 9/11. He went, what? And he went, you went to school with Bin Laden. He went, oh, all right. And then went, right, let's do the section then. And then took it well.
It's a fucking miracle he's accepted the booking for today.
We won't mention
Good
it.
lad.
He was keen.
You will.
Is it in his research, Harry?
Well, that he went to school with Osama bin Laden, yeah. It's also,
Number one, that.
yeah. It's also in his research that his real name is Teddy Bear.
He changed it legally, didn't he? I know all that, mate.
Coming up.
Right, well, that's the third section. We've got another one of this. See you in about half an hour. Fucking damn jolly. Hello, everyone. Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's Joly. Now, don't want to contradict what I've just said, but Carl, what is Joly?
It should be your favourite sponsor because it makes travelling that much easier.
God, and I travel loads.
You do travel? We travel with the podcast. You know what? We use this in India, and I don't think you did, and you missed out.
No, I basically waited until I had Wi-Fi at the hotels, which meant I was going the whole day without once using my phone.
Which you can't do sometimes if you're abroad.
Well, what
so what
about
happens
emergencies?
is you go to a country where their network is insane prices. You download Joly, you download an eSIM for that country, and then you pay very reasonable prices for very good data plans.
And so, hang on, you could use your phone and you could just check Instagram while we were cycling around India.
Yeah. It's just data abroad at a really good price. They do loads of different packages, all dead cheap, and it's all like there's nothing physical. It's all just downloaded.
Oh, wow.
Dead easy. And it's boss. We used it for India. You didn't, and you missed out.
I did. 15% off your first purchase in the app or at Joly.com/have-a-word. The code is have a word for 15% off.
I mean, it's genuinely like, what's the word? Invaluable.
Does it work in the Seychelles?
It'll work in the Seychelles.
Interesting. Joly. God, this is a good podcast, isn't it? If you'd like even more of it, you should sign up at patreon.com/have-a-word-pod and become a lid. Join the lid army. Nearly 30,000 knobheads cannot be wrong. For as little as £3 a month, you get an exclusive episode every Wednesday, early release of the public episode, and all the back catalogue. Blah, blah, blah.
What's your
See,
favourite
I was
one,
doing
Dan?
really well
What's your
talking.
favourite ever special? What's yours?
Favorite to watch.
Just your, like all encompassing.
Do you know the Bake Off special?
Master Bakers?
Master Bakers was one of the first ones I actually sat down and watched with Laura.
Really good.
And I was like, we're making TV shows. And there's about 40 other of them.
The moment in that where I'm like, don't worry about that to you when everything goes wrong.
And the thing judders.
And you lose it is like, I've watched that clip so many times.
All
And you can
the
now watch that
lock-ins.
and the rest of it
Yeah.
at patreon.com/haveawordpod.
£3.
And we're
that's it.
starting a new tier soon. Full details to come. But Dan will do a hand-drawn painting for everyone who signs
Why
up.
have you said
Yeah.
that now?
And we have to we've got some big news coming up.
How much is that?
That is
£11?
That is £1,000
No, it's an
a month.
£11
That is
Patreon tier.
£1,000 a month, and I'm brokering a deal because my paint will be expensive. Brushes aren't free, motherfuckers.
You can fully customize the painting yourself. You can tell them exactly what you want.
Hang on, you could. All right, I thought you meant they can draw over it. You can customize any painting.
And
You
if
can just buy it
and if you
doodle
paint
on
it and you don't like it, you can ask him to do it again.
Yeah.
I've decided.
You get
£2,000 a month.
I've
Two
decided,
revisions.
by the way, because I was looking at some art for my new house, and I'm just going to paint it all myself.
Paint the house yourself or paint the art yourself?
The art. Yeah.
Very specifically, the art.
In like
Yeah.
a John Charlesy, like Carl did kind of way, or like genuine paints.
No, in an ADHD 6-year-old way.
I've got two pieces of art up in the house that I did.
Yeah, that's right. But they're like splatters, aren't they?
One of them is, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
To the one from the art show, the one my practice canvas.
Yeah.
So Adam bought and gave to Seneca for Christmas, and it's up in our bedroom.
The one you did with John Charles?
Yeah.
The art special, amongst many others.
I found your
On our
wife's
Patreon.
arsehole as well. As I was moving out.
You can't
going
miss
on?
it. It's been gathering dust. In the loft.
It's surely you don't go in the loft. You know what I mean? It would be gathering dust. You
There's not even a ladder anymore.
No.
have to climb
What
in.
are we talking about? The loft of my wife's arsehole. You should never have a ladder to your wife's
They keep
arsehole.
like the old chest of drawers in it, and we don't want to throw out for your kids. Also, people do this with the kids.
What do you mean?
People like
Keep them in the loft.
say like Jack. Little people like Jack's age, they'll give their kid 10 canvases, and the kid will paint the art that's on the walls.
Yeah, but I'm not getting a fucking idiot kid to do it. I'm
No,
going
you
to do
don't
it.
want a kid because you haven't got any.
I had an idea for the painting, so I got ChatGPT to give me a vibe of it, and I'm just going to sort of copy that.
Right. So you're doing a paint by numbers via AI.
Sort of. I mean, I'm just going to copy it by eye.
Do you not want like a big like
Which one? Oh, yeah, it's a nice one. That.
self-portrait?
Oh yeah, do you
Yeah,
know
it
what?
is a self-portrait in a way.
Yeah, I thought so. I can't really see that.
Is that just a silhouette?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is a self-portrait
Of you?
in a way. No, it's not.
Is
It's
that you?
It's how I see myself.
Oh, God.
Are they black?
It's just dark.
Easy.
Darius Rucker.
Yeah.
Right.
So you painting a cowboy and saying it's you?
Or
just me that.
or just
When you
print that
put
one.
it like that, it sounds fucking stupid.
You don't need ChatGPT. You
Now,
just need a
kids,
mirror.
today, imagine in the future, what job do you want? Cowboy. Paint yourself as a cowboy. You're an astronaut. Your mum will put it on the wall. Adam's like, I do that, and I'm 33.
Look, I'm just going to do my own art to save
33.
money. Paint
You're a
is cheaper
flirty
than
freak.
art.
Well, not if you sign up to my tier. But yeah, you're
Paint
right.
is cheaper than art. Few quid for a bit of paint, bit of canvas, bash, 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 bish, bash, bash. On the wall. There you go. People are like, how much was that? 7 grand?
No, you're a
11
fool.
quid.
I just went down Hobbycraft, 11 quid.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you sell one,
Yeah.
which you could, because there's therefore people, then your art is worth that, isn't it?
Also, here's why the art industry is like sort of gets scrutinised a lot, because a lot of Tories and fucking people who like
Dan's lost full of art.
Go on. Come on.
So here's how Tories get away with paying the taxes using art, right?
Yeah.
What they do is they buy a piece of art, right?
Is this put it in the office?
Yeah.
Is this to put
He's
it in the
been
office
talking
line?
to his accountant again.
That's not true.
No, you don't need to pay tax. Just do art. Great.
Yeah, just spend 8 million on money. You never pay tax ever again.
But here's how it works, right?
Get clued in, everyone. This is for you. This is a PSA.
You're an artist,
I am. Apparently, I am. I've got a tear to back me up.
right? And I buy a painting off you for like 20 quid, right?
Yeah.
Then
Last year's stuff.
you do another painting, and you go to like some billionaire, and you're like, "Hey, favour here, we're doing a tax dodge."
Do you know the billionaire, or is that how you say hello?
Yeah.
Then you sell that billionaire your new painting,
For how much?
£1 million,
£1 million.
right?
It's smart. It's a
He's
good
like, oh my
investment.
god, I have Dan Nightingale to hang in the shrine.
Okay,
right?
it's Geordie. Geordie billionaire. Go on.
It's actually,
Hello, mate.
it's Mike Ashley.
Hello, mate.
Now,
Yeah.
because your new painting
Yeah.
sold for £1 million, I then get mine reevaluated
Yeah.
by an official art consultant.
Can't move for them. It's job creation because they're dying for work.
Just knock next
And
door.
they come in and go, all right, lad.
And they go, fucking hell, class that. Is that an original Dan Nightingale?
Yeah.
Do you know the...
I've just seen one of them sold for like £1 million. Who to? It's just some Albanian billionaire. Right.
And they go...
Oh, he's got himself.
They go, that's worth £1 million, that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe more, because that's your earlier work.
That's the original.
Yeah. This was last week, so we're talking about inflation.
I saw the print for £1 million. So the class that.
Yeah. Cool.
And then, whatever the new value is,
Yeah.
that's how Tories then get tax relief. They get it on the new value.
Right.
So you buy a painting for 20 quid, speak to your little fucking billionaire.
Oh, he's a midget as well. Hello, mate.
It's Peter Dinklage.
And
He's just piling up art so he can answer the
basically,
phone.
you buy a painting for 20 quid, you get £1 million off your taxes. Bish, bash, bash.
That's great.
Is that why you're
And you know
doing
what would
it?
be great about that? It's you've been worried about what you're going to do with your little Albanian billionaire mate. And you're like, he wants to help. What is in it for that guy, the billionaire? Why is he buying billion pounds?
It's not. It's nothing. No skin off his nose. He's a billionaire. £1 million to a friend is nothing.
Right.
Then, you know, there's underhand ways you can sort him out, you know. I don't know about that, but yeah.
It probably
whatever-
involves meat.
Whatever your job is, you do for them. So, like, say you're like an accountant. Oh, no, not an accountant. You wouldn't be doing this. Like a painter.
Yeah.
You're the painter, so you selling that for £1 million.
Painter's out.
But then I landscapers garden.
Brilliant.
Fucking hell, mate. Oh, Adam will never pay tax ever again.
Two free tickets to the CCC. See you
That's how,
there,
I'm just saying that's how the rich get away with it. They buy paintings for 20 quid, wipe billions off the taxes.
Have you been drinking terps in the break, Adam?
I think it might be jet lag, you know. I was thinking during the middle of that.
Ah, yeah.
I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I think you should fly more. So that's it, guys. Tax 101 with a sober, pissed Adam Rowe.
Is that why you're doing it?
What?
Is that why you're going to paint your own art?
No, because that wouldn't make any sense. I have to sell it to myself. You can't do that. And the HMRC be all being like a rash. I'm open eventually if people see the art in my house. To be like, fucking hell, I'd love an original row. And then I'll start selling them for, you know.
30 quid.
But I've got art.
No, we know why you've got art,
Adam
mate.
is so jet lagged.
That's, we know you've got art. Turns out it's fucking profitable.
Well, I've got Adam got me a John Charles for Christmas.
Oh, was it
4 years ago?
Was it Japan? Was it?
But he paid X amount. But
Yeah.
now John is fucking smashing the game.
So have you had it reevaluated
And
by?
his new ones are worth more than X amount. So maybe I can get that reevaluated. And
You could.
And what would you do then?
Redo the kitchen.
So, but
Gotta
what
love
would
the
you?
kitchen, by the way.
where do I get
So
the money
when,
from?
when a guy comes over and goes, "Oh, lads, I don't know what he paid for that, but that's worth twice. That's worth 10 grand." You're like, "Oh, nice." What are you gonna do then?
You sell it to him.
Smart.
You live off the
He comes in,
interest.
he's like, right, that's worth 40 mil now. And you go, right, well, I'll give you it for 25.
Fucking hell, the savings.
And you live off the interest?
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start paying my own art or something.
You're good at it, annoyingly, because you're good at everything.
Yeah, but my wife's arsehole was my inspiration, and it's always been my muse. You know, it's very easy when you're impassioned about something.
What about when you painted me?
Yeah, but again, you've got a phenomenal arsehole. I mean, it's not got ladders up to it, but one day. You're going to do your own paneling?
No, the panelling's already fucking done.
Yeah.
Someone actually screenshotted you and you were like, I'm looking for a panel. He's like, fucking hell, Dan. Look, he's not going to do his own paneling. Nothing's going to happen, mate.
I wanted to do my
It's
own
not
panel.
real.
I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
I could have done it.
Before the great panel crash. It's all that expensive now. I haven't done it this week. Had to be done last
Well, you
week.
want to get panels now in this climate. How's the house looking? And now it's time for Adam's house.
Getting there.
You went away, came back, and it's finished.
No.
Ah, right.
I reckon it'll be done by the end of August.
It's less finished than when he went away.
Yeah.
What? When you go into Nashville, you come back, you've got a new house, panels, the lot. No.
No, you've misunderstood the timeline there,
Ah,
Daniel.
right.
My bedroom's nearly done.
The panelling is done.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Panelling's done.
Did you go and check on it like a foreman?
Yeah.
I was going around taking updating videos.
But,
Bet they love you.
yeah, I reckon the end of August, I'll have a garden.
You've got a garden now?
A garden.
The garden you want. I'm 3 years in and I'm still saying, I mean, I'm doing things, but in a much slower timeline than you.
Is a house ever finished?
No, that's what they say, innit?
A house is, but a home isn't.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Because now
Jot that down. I think that's a lyric.
we're about to finish stuff and there's things we did first we want to update.
Yeah, see, I don't want that. I want it all done now. I'll live in that for a bit and I'll do it all again in
How
a year.
big's your fucking house? Like the fourth bridge? You've got to start painting it again.
No, like, so now I want the bathroom doing, but now I'm like, I want to repaint the living room because we've had that for a couple of years and I'm like, let's change it up a bit. So it is just a constant,
Evolution.
No, it's not.
yeah.
I'm like, no, we're not doing anything else. It's fucking done. We retire in this house. That's the stance I take with
Are you
Laura.
going to retire in the house, yeah?
Yeah,
You're
no,
never going
she's
to
not-
decorate it ever again?
No, she got the first time round we got a decorator in. She chose the colours, and now she'll die with those colours. That's how that works.
Blue. In my head, your house is blue.
The living room is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a dark green.
I thought it was blue.
All right. The couch is blue.
That's what
That's
it is.
what it is.
That's what it
There you
is.
go.
You see it as well?
Yeah.
I just see blue.
I
when
saw
I'm thinking-
the deep royal blue on the wall, but it's not. It's the couch.
My hallway's blue as fuck, mate.
Is it all blue?
Wouldn't be having that, mate. It's like a Christmas tree.
Ronald Koeman. Blue and white it is, isn't it?
Blue, mate. Blue, mate, shite. Hello. That's what I say every time I walk in the house. It's a nice, cool colour for what will be a very warm hallway.
Yeah, because you've got 26 lamps in there.
There's
Fucking hell,
also,
what colour the walls? Can't see.
on the floor on your first piece of laminate as you walk in, it looks like a dog. So like the way the knots are, it looks like a little dog. Every time I walk in, I see it and I think there's a dog there.
Great.
You'll see it now.
Shall we do?
Yeah.
I'm building my own radiator covers.
No, we shan't. Shall we? No, we shan't.
Didn't you buy some?
Doesn't fit. So I'm going to make a custom one.
Did you have a fire? Did you burn it?
It just doesn't, like, it's too big or too small or something, so I've got to make my own.
How's life in teak?
What?
How's your teak?
It's all bubble wrapped. Well, not bubble wrapped, cling filmed.
Right.
I've
I
seen
cling filmed it before I went away.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah. Like the biggest load of fucking skunk ever.
Yeah.
Skunk?
Sure.
Oh, hang on.
Sure, Dan. Drugs. Drugs, baby.
Humor.
Radiator covers, eh? Mad. Shall we do some?
Where?
If I make it myself, I can colour it, can't I?
Colin Wiseman says, question for you boys. £1 million is deposited into your bank account after you and your dog have switched bodies for a week. You'll have all your mental capabilities, but inside your dog's body. You won't be able to talk or explain the situation to anyone. Your dog, inside your body, will be able to go outside. After a week, you'll go back into your own body. Do you take it or leave it? And that's
Well,
from Colin Wiseman.
All the dogs I've ever had are either dead or living with my exes. I don't like the idea of that.
So you get
Country song. Like all my exes live in Texas.
All my dogs are either dead or living with my exes.
For £1 million, be a dog for a week.
£1 million. I think the risk is that Wallace is in your body. That might be.
Oh, he's got some questionable ideas as well, Wallace.
Can Wallace talk?
No, but he doesn't know how to talk. So he'll go, "Meow." So it'll just be Carl walking around like it'll be Wallace trying to bark, but using your vocal cords.
But he'll be sharp.
But he can bark, can't he? Carl can bark.
What?
yeah,
Carl.
yeah.
But he'd bark at people. You know what I mean?
Demographics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
He'd bark at a certain
Is it fair
time.
to say that Wallace as a human would end up in an HR meeting pretty quick?
Yeah, he'd bark.
HR meeting? What, at this company? If he was just barking all week, we'd immediately go, him and Wallace can swap bodies.
This is £1 million, isn't it, for him? He would get me in trouble, get me cancelled. Yeah. He only likes certain people.
I think that it's the lack of talking that's going to do you before that. Like
Sweet job.
we'd be worried about you.
I was just
that's
sitting
what
here
I mean.
going,
How would he get here?
That's a good point.
Honestly, if this switch happens and Carl's in here barking, I've got so many questions about Wallace. Like, is he driven in and parked up in the Q Park?
Oh, so we do just all know. We go, right, they've swapped. We've accepted this is the...
No one knows.
No one knows.
But how would Carl be here if Wallace...
I think now that we've done this question, we'd get onto it. But before this question.
you go, that thing we spoke about, Carl's just...
I think it'd be a great week as a
A
dog.
mill, I'd do most things for a mill and be Wallace for a week, yeah.
What a life.
Yeah, he just sleeps all day and shits and eats.
Just gets to hang around with fucking Julia. Sits on his backside, chases a ball if he can be bothered.
Yeah,
Great.
life.
But you're just out.
What more than that does Carl do?
I don't sit with Julia very often.
It's just a different lady, isn't it?
No, he's playing with Julia.
Where's Carl?
Just there in her lap. Stroke me.
Yeah, I fucking... a dog's life is a saying, isn't it? Like, it's a good thing.
No, that's the opposite.
Opposite.
Not just for Christmas as well.
What is it?
And you
A
can't
dog's-
teach them new
A
tricks.
dog's life is not just for Christmas.
No.
A dog's life is a bad thing.
Is it? I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just chilled and he gets to fucking...
Mate, cats get the best deal. Don't have to walk anywhere. They don't have to do anything they don't want. That is if you're going to do a transfer.
Do you know the experts reckon cats, when they sneak off, a lot of them are going to like cat gangbangs?
Yeah.
God.
I've heard
Pussy parties in the park.
You can get your
They've got the
tickets.
branding.
Sam Fender can't headline that, mate. They do. They go out. I mean, man doesn't because he's a house cat, but they go out and fucking fight and...
Well, someone put a little like a tracker on theirs, didn't it? And just you could see on a map how far they went and like out into the night. Fucking, they're just like ninjas
Yeah.
going out,
I saw
enjoying it,
gangbangs.
shagging.
they've got like, there's like, neighborhoods have like leaderboards for their cats. Like whose cat's doing the most shit. So you can have like a competitive cat that's going the furthest.
I know I'm about to move into a new neighbourhood, but if that gets put in like the WhatsApp group that I'm getting added to, I'm just not going to be happy about that.
Oh, you letting yourself be added to the WhatsApp?
You've got to.
There's a neighbourhood WhatsApp group, yeah. It's neighbourhood watch. I'm going to be part of a neighbourhood watch.
What?
What do you mean? Have you not got like a street WhatsApp?
Oh, we fuck.
Oh, I didn't say what happened to me the other day. Someone stole me wheelie bin.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That fat come from one street over, wasn't it?
Probably. Came out 6:30 Tuesday morning, bins, no bin. And I'm like, oh, someone's just moved it somewhere. So I went up and down the road looking in everyone's bins because I had thrown something in it that I would recognise.
Hang on, they've taken your bins not on bin day. They've actually
Someone's
just
stolen
midweek.
my bin.
Oh my God.
Stolen me bin.
Not on bin day.
As in, like, so the day before bin day, Monday, I put my Santa Dash outfit in the bin on the top. So I knew that was my bin. Come out the next morning, bin's gone. The bin men haven't even been yet. It's only 6:30 in the morning. Bin's gone. Looking up and down, it's not there. Got no bin. Someone stole my bin. 25 quid new bin.
Is that not why people stick like stickers on the bins though?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's still stealable, isn't it? You just,
Take the sticker off.
yeah, or it's just got a number on. Someone said that, put a number on. I was like, what's that going to do? What's like? So yeah, someone stole my bin. So
Well, the sticker thing isn't for theft. It's for just the organisation. You know, when the binmen come and they're like, right, I'll empty this, and then they just fuck it back anyway,
They know
don't
where
they?
it goes.
They're not arsed.
Yeah.
So it's usually just to be like, oh, hang on, that's mine, that's yours.
Should paint nonce on your own bin. No one wants that.
Smart.
why don't they want it?
Because don't want everyone to think they're a nonce.
So why do I want it?
Because you've still got your bin.
Still got your bin.
And
What's
you're-
more important?
and
You
no
know
one's
you're not a
gonna
nonce.
steal it.
You know in your heart you're not a nonce.
Yeah. And when people are like, oh, what's going on here, mate? Have you been noncing? Is that what someone's done? You go, no. Don't want anyone to steal my bin.
It's foolproof. 25 British pounds for a new bin.
Or you could have nicked someone else.
I
You
thought,
can't be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy. Because then...
Have you got any suspicions about who it is?
None. Because I live halfway down the road. So if you're trying to steal bins for nefarious reasons, you'd take it from the start, wouldn't you? It's weird. Don't know. 25.
Yeah, but that's what they want you to think.
Who?
The man.
No, if you want to steal a bin, steal the easiest bin. Why have you walked halfway down the road to steal my bin and fuck off?
Because then you think they wouldn't make the effort to go halfway down the road.
But why would that matter?
So you don't get suspicious
Of who?
of the man who stole your bin. Or woman.
He is suspicious though, isn't he? Because his bin's been stolen.
I'm just saying, neighbourhood watch. It's good. Be in it.
Is that for bins though?
It's for the whole thing.
It has been this week in cars. Guys, just to let you know, there's a bin thief.
Your close that you live in stinks of neighbourhood watch, though.
It's never a close. It's never been a close.
That shape on
It's
it.
got. It's not a cul-de-sac. You think I live a cul-de-sac life? You can drive out the other
You
end.
do live in a close, though.
It's not. It's
A loop.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Stinks of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And is the one, and you're just not in it.
Now you're making me think there's a WhatsApp group that I'm not part of.
It's because they wrote nonce on his bin.
Yeah.
At least no one will steal it. Maybe you should start one, Dan, and not invite Martin.
I don't want to be in any WhatsApp groups ever again.
What if there's a terror attack in your street?
Yeah.
And a WhatsApp group's going to be a big help there, is it?
What if
So
you're
the-
out when it happens?
Right. And I won't hear about it.
Plane
No, you
flies
can't.
into your house. You don't find out till you get home from Bermuda. Because you're on holiday with the kids.
Because I'm in Bermuda.
The plane swap places with you. Went through the triangle.
God, if only I'd been in the WhatsApp group, I would have found out about the plane hitting my house while I was in Bermuda.
I always think.
I'm just saying, in a situation like that, time is of the essence.
I always think if my house. But it is. If my house is on fire, say I leave and my house is on fire,
Right.
and someone goes, "Fuck, that house is on fire," and they text me going, "Lad, your house is on fire," I'd know to be able to get back. Otherwise, they just watch my house burn down.
Right. So that's the benefit of a WhatsApp group. So, but apart from your house is on fire and there's a terrorist attack and a plane has flown into my house, isn't it mainly just people going, "Where was it? Something's happened. Could anyone watch out for a package?" Meh.
Yeah.
Bore off.
That'd be you.
I hate that stuff. Couldn't give up.
it all
Fuck,
helped,
mate.
I got a delivery before, didn't I? So I got a phone call. I was in the WhatsApp group. Hey, Billy, take me fucking candles in there. By the way, on the fire thing, my missus loves a candle. I hate candles, personally.
I don't understand. What you mean.
I like them when they're on, but you know, the smell of a blown out candle knocks me sick.
Reminds me of Christmas.
The best smell.
No, it isn't. You're a pair of fucking kiddie fiddling cunts.
Reminds
Listen,
me of Christmas.
It's just because you've been reading my bin.
right. The other day, she had one on in the bathroom, and then we were going to the shop, and she went, "Oh, make sure you blow the candle out." And I was like, "Why?" She was like, "Because what if it sets the house on fire?" It's in the bathroom, by the way, which is nothing flammable in there. It's all just like tiled surfaces. I was like, "Right, why have you left it on while we were in the house?" Then she was like, "Because we're here, then, aren't we?" And I was like, "But if this house goes on fire, I don't want to be in it. I'd rather be in Tesco."
So light the candle and go out.
Yeah.
Hang on. If the house goes on fire, you don't want to be in it. I mean, there is a period with the fire where it's pretty manageable early on, but you don't want to take that risk.
Depends what sort of reagent is being used.
I honestly didn't think we were using reagent today.
No, I want to be in my house if there's a fire.
It's mad to leave a candle on in a bathroom and just wander off, surely. Like, I get it.
Why?
Women love having a candle on during a bath.
Had she had
Well,
a
then
bath
to
or
just
was this for
wander
your
off.
shit?
One of the two.
Shit in the bath. I gotta do the giant.
If Sarah could light a candle then leaves the room permanently, I go, what are you doing?
Why? What do you think's going to happen? Candles don't just explode.
No, of course you
They
don't.
have some pretty fancy
the-
candles.
But the likelihood of having a fire when there's a little fire in the room is higher than when there's no little fire in the
It's
room.
a good point.
I don't agree.
It's just
Adam,
I don't agree.
if there's already a little amount of fire, you are closer to having a bigger fire.
if there's a candle fire in your house with no lit candles, yeah, mad. But if some of them are lit, you'd be like,
Those
that was it.
self-combusting candles are a fucker for that.
Yeah, if she leaves a room, like, just blow the candle out, mate.
No, just leave it on so it smells nice. You don't have to be in the room while the candle's on. Candles don't just like, it just doesn't happen, does it?
Roman candles do.
If you have a cat,
When in Rome.
if you have a cat, surely you can't be leaving. Like, if you've got a cat, is that fair to say?
I've got a cat, he loves the candles.
What does he do to them?
He, like, walks up to them and puts, like
Is he trying to kill himself?
he doesn't touch,
He walks up to them and sets himself on fire,
he doesn't,
like a Buddhist monk in Vietnam.
he doesn't touch them.
What's
But
he protesting?
He likes to, like, bathe in their glow, shall we say. But he knows not to touch them, because it's fire.
But a cat could knock over a candle and then woof. There's the dog as well.
If the cat knocks over the candle and there's wolf, that's the dog.
That's a similar joke to mine, but not as good. I see what you're going for.
Cheers, Dan.
You're welcome. Love
What
you.
was the question? It's just a
I
million.
love you.
It's just a
I
million.
don't know. It's a load of shite. Jack Reese says, wag wag. Question. Would you rather be able to control the temperature of any room that you're in or the volume of any room you're
Temperature.
You already can do, though.
Nah, because when you're at the arena, you
Whoa,
can blast.
what? What?
Oh, I meant like this room.
Yeah, that's not what I said though.
Also, no,
Well, no, most rooms you can.
no, you can't.
And you can control your temperature. You can just
No.
like... No.
No, you can't control your temperature.
in? Yeah, you can. You can take your pullover off.
Oh, your cardigan.
You can control it to a
Carl?
degree.
Sorry, yeah.
Take your pullover off and your cardigan.
Just get bollock
Also,
out.
with use, if you could control the loudness, the audio, you could just crank it for one of your shows, smash it. You're in the arena and you blow the roof off.
Don't need to, mate.
Yeah, no need, lad.
Just do it naturally.
If anything, I'd turn them down.
There's a limit to decibels.
Great being a comedian, but my ears hurt from all this fucking screaming, laughing. All right, guys, I know I'm good, but you're hurting me fucking ears.
Temperature, mate. You could just go. I wish I had aircon in my house. That's one thing. If I ever get like,
I've already looked into the price of aircon on a full home in
if
the
I
UK.
ever get Dan rich, mate, aircon.
Wait, what? How often are you in a room where you're like, Joe, I wish I could control the temperature of this room? In winter, you
Possibly
can
every
turn the
room I'm ever in.
you can turn the heating on, so you're already doing that.
about the summer?
How many days in a year is it baking hot in your living room where you can't?
No, but I like to be able to put it at, like, even in a hotel room. I'm like, I like to be at 18.
Oh my god, controlling
18's the right
sound
number.
would be unbelievable on a flight where everyone's being a knob. Just turn it down. Train,
that a room?
bang. Yeah,
It's a flying room, innit?
it's a flying room.
Temperature, don't. Oh, mate. I want aircon in my house. How much is it there for that? Did you check? It's got to be expensive in the UK.
It's between 3 and 15k.
My brother's got it.
Has he?
Yeah.
Because obviously we've got like the temperature we can warm it up with the heating, but mate, to be able to cool it down would be.
Bondi must have that.
You can just go around and fuck up saunas. Just go and fuck off.
Ooh, I want this to be a nice room, actually.
Nah, I'm going temperature.
Sound.
But you've
every
got
time.
kids, so
I've got involved,
audio works for
Oh,
you.
I'd love to turn them off. That sounded like a threat. Turn them down.
Terminate them.
Hey! Pack it in and I'll fucking turn you off.
Is yours audio as a musician?
Yeah. I'd like to make gigs louder.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Why? It's all right, it's too loud.
No, they're not.
Gigs are loud.
Your gig and wherever it was too loud.
Nah, it should have been even louder.
Where was that?
I
The
couldn't hear
Baltic?
that. Jack Baltic.
Oh,
when
I
was
couldn't
too
hear
loud.
that though. I had my monitors in.
I had to go and have a break.
On the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dead loud.
I had to go and have a little break.
Yeah, but other gigs, arena gigs are never loud enough.
Sam Fender gigs, turn them down. Fucking hell, mate.
My mate Matt went to the what's West Ham's ground called? The
London
London Stadium.
Stadium.
Said it was absolutely incredible.
Bunda Stadium, that's what he calls it, mate.
About 7 different mate. 75. He's doing well though. 75,000 people in
For
Loud.
Fender.
for the fender bender.
Ah, of course. He's headlining the moon next week. Biggest artist on planet Earth. All them songs we know.
One of them. He's in the top 1%.
Of all,
easily.
is Finn in that
No.
category?
No?
So you think he's in? Okay, I'm not going to get involved.
Top 1% of all the artists in the world.
Well, maybe actually.
He's just played to 75,000
Genuinely,
people.
maybe.
I'm not getting in this argument again. I'm a big Sam Fender fan. I think it's great.
Do you think more than 1 in 100 artists can headline stadiums?
No. He's top 1%. He's phenomenal. When's he on next? Why are we here and not listening to Sam Fender? That's what I'm thinking. Come on.
If we get tickets, would you go?
Yeah, I don't mind him. I'm just going to die on this hill now.
It's the same as Maya Jama. She's a moose.
People who...
Once you're on a hill, there's no point coming
I
off
live on
it.
this hill. People sending me, lad, he done a stadium the week. I'm like, he's
honestly,
shite.
boys, you need to do what I do. Just pick a new hill every week and just say it's the hill you've always been on.
Sam Fender is a totally reasonable artist who I'd never choose to buy tickets to, but well done for doing it if you do.
You did choose to buy tickets to him?
No, I didn't. I wanted to go and see Blossoms.
Yeah, and Maya Jama's fine. If you're blind.
I think it's like something else.
Stupid. I don't know how she smells. Quick one before we end this section. Saturday the 21st of June, it's the Comedians Club Chester, my comedy club in Chester. One of the most popular gigs on the circuit with comics. Punters love it. Carl Donnelly is closing. We've got Hayley Ellis and Will Duggan in the middle. There's no show in July. August is already sold out. So this is your chance to come and see my lovely comedy club. Anything to
Who's
plug?
on in August?
Jamie's closing in August, and that sold out quickety quick. And then in the autumn, we've got someone else who I haven't told anyone about. It's Harry.
When am I on?
It's Adam. October.
Adam Rowe.
Oh, class.
It's that slightly worrying. that you
26th
had
of
to ask me
June,
that.
I've got Hot Water, Adam Rowe and Friends. I think the early show sold out, but the late show's got tickets. 19th of July, same.
And Adam and I are doing a half and half in Sheffield on Monday, the 23rd of June.
The Lead Mill is
early
closing
show.
for good.
It's a real shame. It's an amazing room.
It is going to go bye-bye.
The early show is sold out. There is a late show that starts about
No more Lead Mill.
9:30.
We do it one more time. 2 more times before it goes.
Why is it going? Because I know it's been like a
The
bit
landlords have just gone.
Been a couple of
Isn't
years.
it not going?
Been a couple of years, hasn't it? Like the fighting in
It
court.
was maybe not going, and then they've got told it's definitely going.
But Monday the 23rd of June, we put a show on. It sold out straight away. There's a late show that's sold about 2/3 already. So come and see us. Tickets at leadmill.something.
You do the work.
Just Google it. It's dead easy.
That is a shame.
Also, I'm streaming now at @SenseiCarl_ everywhere. Come and watch me Sundays and through the week. Daytimes, Sunday evenings.
Sundays and through the week.
Sunday evenings, and then in the week, in the days.
Sporadically.
Where do we find you?
At @SenseiCarl_ on YouTube and Twitch.
All right, everyone. Enjoy the break. Enjoy Dom Joly. Hello, everyone. Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's Manual. Now, 1 in 4 men have low testosterone, and 90% of men go undiagnosed. Not this guy, mate.
You got diagnosed, didn't you, Dan?
I got tested. I've got low testosterone. And now I've started a really low dose TRT. I feel good. My energy's good. My mood's good.
Not all the time.
And my libido's through the roof. So, listen, you might get to a point in your... Listen, you're a fine, strapping young man, aren't you, Carl?
Yes.
You're not there yet.
So, like, what does it do day to day? How do you feel? Like, what's it changing?
I honestly worry that going to the gym at my age, 44,
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep the muscle mass. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting time. I feel like this helps a little bit. So this isn't for everyone, but if you're at the point in your life where you feel like this applies, it's worth testing. You might have low testosterone, low free testosterone, and then Manual can help. Get 45% off your at-home testosterone blood test kit using code
Word 45.
Manual.
Hey!
Well, this is cool. Dom Joly's here, ladies and
Dom
gentlemen.
Joly's here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, it's great.
Appreciate it. We,
I'm in Liverpool for a bit, so it's great.
do you like Liverpool as a city?
I do very much like Liverpool City. Well, I'm not going to say no, am I? Like,
Play the fucking game.
what am I doing here?
I just know that you've basically immediately got here and then gone to New Brighton.
Well, no, I was just saying last time I was here, and I forgot that I shouldn't mention New Bright when I'm in Liverpool, but I was doing the Floral Pavilion.
Yeah.
And I came out, and it was quite a long way into a tour, and it's just so annoying when you come out, you just fancy a drink afterwards. And I had one look at New Brighton, no offence, and I thought, I'm going to get viciously stabbed here. There's no way. And I said, where should I go for a drink? Is anywhere open? They said, well, there's a place around the corner might be. And I thought, it's going to be a nightmare. We went round the corner. It was this just totally out of context street. It's sort of slightly gentrified, but it was sort of based around a bar, pub, music store. And we went in, everyone was just playing guitars. It was kind of like sort of what I expected Liverpool to have been like back in the 60s, just kids playing guitars. Everyone seemed to be in a band. I was recognised, which was very exciting. So we got free drinks, lock in till 4 a.m. It was fucking amazing. So, yeah, definitely go back there.
This is New Brighton.
Yeah, it's New Brighton.
It's all happening in New Brighton.
I was popping off in New Brighton.
Well, I know you guys don't seem to like New Brighton, but I just want to say thank you for that evening, whoever you were, because it was amazing.
Oh, you didn't even get names. You just wandered back into the night.
I did, but I can't fucking remember.
Of course.
It's not that we don't like New Brighton. It's just we think we're better than New Brighton.
Well, you probably are. But,
Yeah.
But there is like 2 buildings in New Brighton that's coming up.
The Wirral's great to go and visit. Park Gate on the Wirral is, if you're ever back in the area, go to Park Gate on a sunny day. There's the best fish and chip shop, I think, in the country on Park Gate. And then there's some great pubs near that. But what you do is you go, you have a pint before your fish and chips.
Yeah.
You'd have your fish and chips, you'd have one more pint.
Then you fuck off.
And then you drive home because you're still under the legal limit and you're full of fish and chips.
He's worried about zombies. Once it goes dark, it gets dangerous around there.
I can see that a little bit. Because I think last time I went there, I went up to Crosby as well to see those statues. And that's very zombie-like. You know, the ones...
Crosby's nice.
Yeah, but you know, the Anthony,
the Iron Man.
the Anthony Gormley Iron Men and stuff. That's a little bit sort of zombie-esque.
There's a
so it's
statue
good.
of Iron Man in Crosby.
There's the metal man.
From Danny Jr.'s from Crosby.
There's about 100 men.
Jr.
100 men standing, not real men, but
I
sort of
know
like-
what you mean now.
The Iron Fellas.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw that, I'd not been told about it, and it just freaked me out. I was like, what are all those fellas doing on the beach? Because my cousin lives near there.
Yeah.
So she just had a baby, so I'd gone up to see the baby, and then I went past the beach, and I was like, fucking hell, there's a million fellas over there. Yeah. I
Just
thought it was like a
standing.
cult.
Cockle picking.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Oh, Jesus. You were on tour.
Yeah.
Are you touring loads? Was this recently?
This was, I don't know, about 3 years ago. I tour. I mean, I'm this weird thing because I started on telly and I never did stand-up. I've never done stand-up. And then I kind of realised that live is something I had to do, but I feared it. Like I can crawl across a road dressed as a snail or do all the sort of weird things I've done in my TV shows, but just standing out on stage saying, hello, I'm Dom Joly, was a really terrifying thing. So I was known as a comedian, but I didn't do comedy. And also, I kind of got really good at what I did on telly. And just like I don't want stand-up suddenly jumping into hidden camera, I thought it was a bit cheeky to try and be a stand-up. But because I write books, and I've written 10 books now, I write weird travel books. I go off around the world I've been to 108 countries. I've been to North Korea, Chernobyl, skiing in Iran, like all sorts of weird stuff. And when I finish my books, I have to tour them. And book tours are so boring. I mean, there's a reason people write books normally is because they're just shit as talkers. And so book tours tend to be sort of standing there reading for the book. And I thought I didn't want to do that. So I started making shows around my book. So I call it Extreme PowerPoint, which is not a great selling point. But basically when I'm doing my books and I'm off, I walk across Lebanon or I go monster hunting in the Congo. I film stuff, I take photos.
Monster hunting in the Congo?
Yeah, I wrote a book called Scary Monsters. And I went off basically hunting monsters. But, you know, like the Bigfoot, Yeti, I went to the Himalayas, I went to the Congo. There was a basic flaw in the thing, because actually if I had found, let's just say I'd have come back and said, you won't fucking believe it, but I found Bigfoot. Everyone go, what? Dom Joly, Trigger Happy TV. You, prankster, you've found Bigfoot. That's you in a fucking costume. So it would have been a nightmare. So I didn't find anything. But it was more about going after the sort of people that get obsessed with it. There are people just living. There's a guy in Loch Ness. When we were making Trigger Happy, actually, we went up to film some stuff around Loch Ness. And there's a guy who'd given up his whole life. He'd become obsessed with Nessie. And he'd set up in a caravan at the edge of the loch. And he's got all his cameras trained on the loch. And he makes his living just by making little clay figurines. So we went to the pub, waited till the lights went out in his caravan, and we had massive Nessie footprints, and we just went and put them all the way around his caravan. I still feel a bit bad for it, but...
For those who... Because Trigger Happy TV, as I said to you when we met a couple of weeks ago, big part of my childhood and sort of growing up and watching it on TV. There might be some of our listeners who are a bit younger who maybe missed it and stuff.
I'm sure there are. It's 25 years old this year, so yeah, I mean, who is this old cunt?
How old are you, Finn?
26.
Wow, Jesus Christ. All right, yeah. Well, I was really funny when you were one.
But it was really ahead of its time. Now, like the internet now has so much, like I feel like Trigger Happy TV preempted what was coming so much.
I think Trigger Happy TV was a kind of, I hate analysing my own stuff, but I've had to because people talk about it. I think it was a fulcrum, like it was a moment between old TV and YouTube and everything's happened since, but also with hidden camera. If you think about hidden camera, which is pranks, but I hate the word pranks because pranks are done by wankers, frankly, with not much imagination, and they fake a lot of it, whereas Trigger Happy was never faked. And Trigger Happy always had slight ambition to be arty and weird. And I think when I grew up, I really was obsessed with reality. I loved documentaries and I loved hidden camera. But hidden camera, early candid camera, which was the godfather of it all, was really good. Like in the 60s, it was really weird and surreal. And then candid camera got really lazy and just all about golf, and it was boring. When I was growing up, we had shit like Beatles About and Game for a Laugh, and it was like Saturday night fodder, and hidden camera was...
Beatles About was fucking great.
I hated Beatles About.
But I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I was a kid.
I was a kid as well, but I had a brain. I just hated it. No, it was. There were bits in Beatles About, but my problem is, in comedy, hidden camera was like the lowest rung. Like if you,
it's Jeremy
smart
Beadle.
in comedy, you do stand-up, you write, sitcoms and stuff. Hidden camera, like fuck, it's for absolute idiots. And I really loved it, but I thought it was being done wrong. And so it wasn't that there was a massive plan with Trigger, but Trigger Happy, I thought that's what I want to do, but I want to make it cool and just make me laugh. And I don't want a studio element, and I don't want to do something and then go, here you are, look, we had the cameras.
Then you took the cheesy out of it.
I wanted to take the cheese out of it. But the one lucky thing that happened to me was just as I was sort of got to that stage where I was going to do it, a camera got invented. Because a year before Trigger Happy was made, to make Trigger Happy, I would have had to hire a crew, like, a proper cameraman, sound man. They'd all have been 50 years old, all wanted to just go off and have lunch and couldn't have done it. And suddenly this camera got invented called the Sony VX1000. And it's looking back, we thought it was just like the state of the art. And we bought it for $1,000 and then we rented it back to Channel 4. But it meant, now looking back, the quality is shit, but it was good enough quality to get on telly. And it meant we could just go off and we didn't have to rely on anything. And we just filmed and filmed and filmed for 9 months. When I'm coming in here, there's a sort of vibe to what we had. We had our own office. We did all the things. We had a fridge in it. We had a pinball machine.
By the way, that fridge is new, and we're so happy with it.
I love your fridge.
I'm so chuffed you've noticed the fridge.
But I love your fridge. But we just set up and we just thought, this is it. Like, we're going to do our own thing.
And you didn't have producers coming in going, no, you can't do. Did you do the whole 9 months and then edit it and then show it?
And this is what's weird. It's exactly what happened. So we kind of we did it. So there was a thing called a comedy lab, and Channel 4 said, do you want to make a half-hour pilot? And if we like it, we're trying to get new comedians to do stuff. And so I said, I don't want to make half an hour because I haven't got half an hour. I want to make 15 minutes, and I wanted to make it the tightest 15 minutes ever. So they split it and they gave the other 15 minutes to someone else. Can't remember who he is because he didn't get anywhere. And and we put it in, and it was tight as fuck. The very first thing we did, and I love this, is so this kind of sums up what Trigger Happy was about. Because because we're doing these live shows that we're probably going to talk about. I've found all the old rushes. And we're going to show some of old rushes and stuff. But we found the rushes to the pilot. And the pilot, I could see, we had no idea what we were doing, but it was like the building blocks to Trigger Happy. And almost the very first thing we ever filmed, again, you're so young, you're not going to know this. This is going to be so back. But there was a children's TV program in the 70s called The Wombles, right? Are we aware of The Wombles at least?
Oh, yeah.
Now, The Wombles were these big, weird, furry creatures, and they used to have albums, Underground, Overground, Wombling Free. And their whole deal was that they were these creatures that lived on Wimbledon Common, and they cleaned up rubbish. So I thought, I want a Womble who's having a nervous breakdown and he's littering and throwing stuff at kids on Wimbledon Common. So I thought, that's what we're going to do. So first thing we tried to do is get a Womble, and we couldn't because the Wombles are trademarked. So we ended up with a Wimble, which looked like a Womble costume with a nervous breakdown. And then we just went on Wimbledon Common and started throwing trash around and stuff. So I've watched all that, and that was really funny. So we did that. We got the Trigger Happy series, and then they gave us £1 million, basically, and said, off you go. So we did. And because £1 million goes a long way when it's just you and me, it's not like paying for all these different people.
Yeah, when you've got £1,000 camera. That's...
Yeah. We just filmed and filmed and filmed, and we had we did so much rubbish, but also occasionally genius. And then we'd be really bad at getting things signed. You have to get consent every time. We got quite good with that. There was, quite a lot of consent forms signed by a man called Michael Mouse. We'd occasionally... anyway, we got better and better. And then finally we got in the edit. And Trigger Happy was all about the edit. Spent 4 months in the edit. I was choosing music that I really wanted to put on. We were the first comedy show with a soundtrack. When we went in with it, it's a very sad, weird indie soundtrack. And when I went to Channel 4 with it, they said, we've never had a comedy show with a soundtrack. We've got to do a focus group. So 10 very depressing Essex women, not because they were from Essex, but just didn't get my music. I was watching through the glass and they were going, yeah, it's funny, but music's sad, isn't it? Like that. And they wanted cartoon music. So all this was like, fuck, I don't know what. And then we handed it in and it went out on Friday night between Friends and Frasier and it literally just went mental and we sold it to
That's
80.
some fucking spot, that, isn't it?
It was incredible, but
Between
I didn't...
Friends and
But it was
Frasier.
the first thing I'd ever done.
Yeah.
And it was like, you didn't realise how big it was getting. And it was just...
And did it sell around the world
Yeah,
immediately?
I sold it to 80 countries. It was amazing. Like, it was crazy. Yeah.
Was
So it
North
went
Korea
mental.
one of them?
Huh?
Was North Korea one of them?
North Korea, I think, was the only place pretty much we didn't. One of the big problems, though, was Trigger Happy was all about the music. I made it, I edited it, so that almost it was like a sort of one of those albums when you're totally stoned. You just can't overly produced. You can't take your... You just don't want to take it off. It's got to just go like that. I didn't want anyone to have a moment to go, this is shit, should we change the channel? But when it got sold abroad, the music, we had a blanket agreement, which meant we could use any music anywhere. But when we sold it abroad, we had to suddenly pay for that music. So even the title sequence, the title track, which was Elastica's Connection, was going to cost me like 80 grand. So we had to make a sound-alike, which was terrible because most people edit their shows and then drop the music on. I edited to the music, so I'd choose a track I wanted to use and then I'd extend the joke and stuff. So you couldn't just drop stuff on it. So the rest of the world never saw Trigger Happy as it was. Germany paid for the whole thing, but that was it. And then I resisted selling it to America for ages because I didn't want it to go to America with the shit soundtrack. MTV wanted to buy it. I said no. And then finally I gave up because I was moving on. So I sold it to Comedy Central. So America, it did really well, but America never saw it with the proper soundtrack. They then commissioned 2 American versions of it, which I was supposed to produce, but I took my foot off the pedal and they were making it. The whole thing was a disaster. But anyway, I can give you a long story on how to fuck up in show business if you want.
There's a lot to unpack here,
Yeah,
but
sorry.
I cannot...
I just like therapy. Yeah. I feel like I'm back there.
I cannot stop thinking about, because you mentioned you've been to 108 countries.
Yeah.
I want to know what North Korea's like, because we're thinking of going.
Okay, so North Korea...
Are we? Carl, are we?
So I said I want to go, and my partner, who vetoes nothing, she says, do whatever you fucking want, said no.
Well,
because
I mean-
I will be the guy who gets...
Well, it's weird because actually, firstly, you should go because one of my big things about travel is that in the old days, travel was about going somewhere really different. And actually, the world's so homogenized now that you're almost nowhere where you're not 200 meters from a Starbucks. Yeah. North Korea is different. North Korea is the closest you'll come to space travel, basically. It is like going to another country. It is so cut off. Everything, when you arrive, when you land at Pyongyang, there's a massive, like 200-foot, poster of the leader. There's literally people standing on the runway with machine guns. It's fucking brilliant. You're like, right, we're in.
And you get shadowed the whole time.
Yeah, and then you get out. And so the only way you can go around North Korea is in an organised government run coach trip. But the only people going to North Korea are hardened travellers.
Can you not just hire a car?
No, not a fucking chance.
Oh. If you break away from that group, you are fucked.
I mean, you're slightly exaggerating because
surely if you break away and start doing shit on your own.
If you're doing weird shit, because I mean, the whole point of I did a book called The Dark Tourist where I went to places you wouldn't normally go. So I went to North Korea and skiing in Iran and stuff. The truth is about these places, if you're going to a place run by a really harsh dictatorship, it's normally safer than anywhere else. You're not going to be mugged or stuff like that. But you're right. I had on my trip, there was a Finn, and the Finn was a member of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monsters. Are you aware of this?
Yeah.
Yeah? They're people who thought religion was getting too many exemptions, so thought, fuck it, if you can make up your imaginary friend, I'll make up my imaginary friend. And they managed to get the Finnish government to approve them their right to wear their religious headgear on official ID. So this guy turned out in North Korea with a passport wearing a colander on his head. And I knew he was going to be trouble. And we got to the one place in North Korea that was nothing to do with the government. Because they take you, first morning, we went to the dear leader's mother's tomb. And the afternoon, we went to the Museum of Agricultural Scythes and Lathes. Now, anywhere else, you'd top yourself. It was so boring. But because it was so shit, you're like, yes, give me more. This is so like what I imagined North Korea to be. There's one afternoon where they take you somewhere to old Korea. There was like a Buddhist temple and a sort of village that had been a bit patched up, but it was kind of showing you what life was like before the Kims took over. They don't really want you to know about that, but they're quite proud that Korea goes way back. So we go to this museum and there's a big gong, and the Finn, the spaghetti monster, just takes his shoe off and just starts banging the gong, yeah? There is no greater insult in Korea than using your feet and that. Right. And that, we literally, the whole village came out and was rocking the coach, and I thought, this is it. I'm just going to be ripped apart by a mob in North Korea. But apart from that, I didn't feel unsafe. But I did. You go to the bit which you normally see from the other side, you know, which is where you go between where it's the demilitarized zone, and you go to where South Korea and North Korea meet, and there's a bit of cement, and on one side there's North Korean guards, the other side there's South Korean guards, and they're marching up and down, ignoring each other. There's a hut that you can go into from each side, and there's a table in the middle you can't get over. That's where they meet, so it's mental. But the weirdest thing there is I'm there standing on the North Korean side, and I look, and there's a tower, and there's two American Marines taking photos with a zoom lens, and I'm like, fuck, that's just what I need, because I was born in Beirut, yeah. I'm known as a trigger-happy comedy terrorist. I went to school with Osama bin Laden, and now, like when I go to the States, they pull this out and go, can you explain what you're doing in North Korea? It's not good.
Can you imagine if he was like a trigger-happy TV fan though, and he's looking at you through that camera?
He'd be like, fucking hell. They're doing a North Korean trigger-happy. Amazing. Yeah.
What was Chernobyl like?
So Chernobyl was really interesting. Chernobyl's got a bit, I feel recently, obviously it's been a bit off, you can't go at the moment, but it got quite, I went there in 2007 when not many people were going there, and it's quite odd. So when Chernobyl happened, they basically evacuated everyone. They put
good call, to be fair.
I mean, they took their time. If you watched the TV show,
they took their time. Took 5 days, and so the damage was already done. They then put a sort of concrete sarcophagus over the thing, and it's supposed to last 25 years. We've now passed that, so no one really knows what's going to happen.
What was it called? The elephant's foot or something?
The elephant's foot is the one bit inside, which is like the most radioactive bit on Earth. And then they did this thing called the zone of alienation. They basically built a fence 50 kilometers all the way around it. And so when you go from Kyiv, you get to the fence. So the first thing that's really weird is there was a house just on the other side of the fence with a family just living there. And you think, oh, you'll be fine then. That fence will stop everything. And then you go in and you have to stand in these machines, and they literally look like what you'd imagine old Russian machines are. No one knows what they're scanning you for, but it either goes green or red. So if you go green, you can go in, and the same on the way out. No one explained what would happen if it went red. And then you just drive through this kind of dystopian place. Everything's grown over. Someone's carrying a Geiger counter, which is just the most paranoid sound in the world. But occasionally, you'd go past a deserted house, and suddenly a granny would walk out and wave at you. And you go, what the fuck are they doing there? And a lot of old people moved out and were forced to go to Kyiv and were living in tiny flats. And they thought, fuck this, I prefer to go and live back at home and take the risk. So, and then there's a guy that drives around shooting dogs, which is just awful. Like because they don't want dogs escaping from the zone. Yeah. It is honestly like a sort of dystopian weird thing. And then you get into Pripyat, which is the town, and I'm walking around with the guy taking me around, and I suddenly think, fuck, I know this. I don't know why. I'm thinking, is that the swimming pool? He goes, yeah. And I go, is that used to be the school? He goes, yeah. And I realised I played Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah.
And Call of Duty had mapped this fucking thing out within an inch. He thought I was a spy, that I'd known my way around in there. Very weird.
Like the big Ferris wheel. And
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. And everything you look at is a photo op. So there's a Ferris wheel with kids' shoes by it. You go into the school, the last thing on the blackboard that they were learning at that school when they got evacuated was what to do in the event of a NATO nuclear attack. I mean, it's too much symbolism, but it's amazing. I mean,
Were you scared at all?
No. Well, yes, I was scared there because I'm normally not that scared because I can judge my risks. Two places I was scared was Congo because that was just out of fucking control. I had no idea what was going on.
Was that on the Monster Hunter?
Yeah. And Chernobyl was on Dark Tourist, and Chernobyl, the problem is it's called the invisible enemy because the Geiger counter goes tick tick all the time, but what you really need is a thing called a dosometer, and the dosometer tells you how much you've ingested of this shit. So I didn't do much research. I just presumed if people were taking me in there, it was safe because why would you take me in there otherwise? And I said to the guy taking me in, I said, is this safe? And he said, you have kids? I said, yeah, I've got kids. He goes, okay, it's safe now. Yeah. Like, so basically, and I realized the guy taking me in was just fucking mental and didn't care at all. So it was weird. Like, I fell over at one stage and a whole lot of dust came up. And I was like, trying to rub it up. And you start feeling a sort of metallic taste on your tongue. So I think it's more paranoia than actual danger. I mean, I'm still alive. But
Why did he need to know about your kids? Like they're going to protect you from it?
I think he meant it was going to fry your testicles.
Do you want to have them? You already have kids? Good.
You have kids?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was like, have you got kids? Because they can clean
I
you.
wasn't bartering kids to get into Chernobyl.
Right.
No, I think he was basically saying, as long as you're not planning on having kids in the future, it was safe. Yeah.
You're now infertile.
Why was the Congo so crazy?
Because
I mean,
Monsters there, though?
the Congo, I've been to a lot of war zones. I mean, I grew up in Beirut, so I'm slightly blasé about it because I kind of, like one moment you're going to the beach and like life goes on in these places, even when weird things are going on. So it's great. You come here and you say, I've been hanging out in Beirut. And everyone goes, oh, you must be really brave. You go, yeah. Thinking I've just been skiing. Like, it's an amazing place. Congo is just fucked. Like, it's from the moment you land, it's insane. I landed there's good Congo and bad Congo. So there's what used to be Zaire, which is
They're
just
on the nose, those names, aren't they?
well, it's easy. I'll tell you how you tell it. Bad Congo is the DRC. That's the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah. Here's a massive tip for you: any country with the word democratic in it, absolutely not democratic. Just stay away. North Korea is the Democratic DPRK. East Germany was the moment people call themselves democratic, they're hiding. So I landed in good Congo, which is like old, in Brazzaville. Then I took a flight.
Brazil.
No, Brazzaville.
Oh.
Brazzaville is the capital. And
Brazzaville sounds good. Just saying.
Yeah, it was Brazzaville, a bit like that. So it was crazy to fly up to where I wanted to, which is in the north of the country. There's a lake called Lake Tele. It's a perfectly round lake, and in the middle of that lake is supposed to be this thing called the Mekele Mbembe, which means the blocker of rivers. But to get there, you had to fly up, then you had to take a 4-day canoe trip down the Congo. So even the flight I went on was not recognised by the European Union, so you couldn't get any insurance, anything like that. There was a fist fight, both when you're putting the luggage on the plane and on the plane, people just fighting. It just seemed to be like a punch-up. It was amazing. It was like a night out in New Brighton. And then we landed. I got arrested immediately, asked what I was doing.
If the UFC bought that plane and televised it, it'd be the biggest thing in the world.
Fucking amazing. That whole trip. I didn't video it, which was just crazy because I was writing a book. It's like, fucking idiot, just film it. I land. I'm the only white guy who lands at this place. So they're like, hello. This guy comes up to me, what are you doing here? So I try and explain I'm a comedian. That didn't go down well. So I go, all right, I'm writing. So they thought I was a spy. So they arrest me. So I'm held for 2 days. Basically, they're looking for a bribe. So I end up bribing them.
This is in good Congo.
This is good Congo, yeah. But no, better Congo, not good. and then I finally get on the river, 4 days down. I get to the village that looks after this lake. And I think, right, let's crack on because I want to get the fuck out. And they said, no, first we have to negotiate a price. I've got this guy who's with me and he's negotiating a price. We spent all day, like something out of a Tintin cartoon where you don't speak to them directly. You have a porte-parole. So you go, could you tell the gentleman I'd like to pay £5 to go to the lake? And then the porte-parole comes back and goes, the gentleman says you're going to have to pay £20,000. And then you're like, fuck, all right, we're quite a long way away. This takes all day. Finally, we agree a price. I think let's get going. And they say, no, first we celebrate. And they get these cartons of what was called French jungle wine. It was like it was like the worst, strongest, it was like triple special brew. Anyway, the whole village starts drinking it off their fucking tits. So much so that the guy who's taking me to the lake the next day attacks me with a machete. So he then gets tied to a tree. And at this stage, I'm like, I am so out of my fucking depth here. They all pass out. And I'm supposed to go to the lake the next day. And I think Tintin, who's my complete travel hero, would have gone on to the lake and I'll go, fuck this. So we jumped in a canoe and fucked off. So I never got to the lake. I was totally out of my comfort zone there.
That wine thing surprised me. I thought they drank Mbongo.
I'm very glad that's jokes in my how you're too fucking young to know that. I did a tour where I showed that Mbongo, they drink it in the Congo. I can tell you, I went to 7 supermarkets in Brazzaville. Absolute bollocks. Don't stock it at all. Don't stock it at all.
But maybe they've just sold out.
No,
'Cause they are all drinking.
I showed them the ad. Never heard of it. Nothing. We've been lied to.
You've brushed over the fact that you went to school with Osama bin Laden.
I did, yeah.
I feel like we should have maybe...
We have touched on it.
So
Rather
you've
heavily.
worked together recently is why you got on. So you've talked about this, but for everyone else that's watching and listening,
Yeah.
you just mentioned that and we all just went, yeah, cool. Carry on. Which must have felt like a mental moment for everyone.
If you're a regular listener of this podcast and you've just skipped over that, you're probably going, did they not question him on that at all? Were you in the same classes?
No, of course I'm not. So I found out by mistake. Like I went back to do a documentary when I got fired from the BBC. I went off to do my first sort of travel show, and the idea was to go off into Syria, where I used to go as a kid, and off on a big road trip. And we got to Lebanon, to Beirut, and the director said, "We found out you used to go to school in Beirut when you were a kid, and then it got really bad, and I got sent to boarding school here in England." And he said, we thought it'd be good to go to your old school, have a look around. We got a fixer to sort it out. I go, brilliant. My old school's amazing. It's like a Quaker school built by English people from Darlington. I've no idea why, in 1860 in the hills above Beirut. It's a beautiful place. And it's a Quaker school. And I went there for 2 years, from when I was 6 to when I was 8. And then I got sent off to England. So I get there and we're filming. There's nothing better than going back to your old school with a documentary crew. It basically says, you've made it. So I'm wandering around giving it the big I am. This woman comes running down, screaming at us. She's the headmistress. She's fucking livid. The fixer that we've paid $500 to sort it out just puts in his pocket and is fucked off. He's got, which is what I'd have done. So she's like, why are you filming here? And I go, well, I'm a comedian. Yeah, who cares? I said, well, I went to this school. I'm kind of a big deal in England. She goes, I'd never heard of you. Like, this went on for ages. I finally lost my rag a little bit. And I said, look, I don't want to be rude, but I'm probably the most famous old boy from this school. This documentary is going to do you quite, a big service. She goes, you're not the most famous person ever. I go, I think I am. She goes, no, you're not. And I go, who did? And she goes, and she drops the bomb. Osama bin Laden. So firstly, I had to say, all right, fair enough. He's beaten me on that. But secondly, I was like, what? And people asked me and I had no idea. So people asked me, were we mates? No. I was 6. He was 18. We didn't hang out together. He didn't put his arm around me, wander around, pointing at tall buildings, going, Dom, when we leave, we're going to fucking do amazing things. But also, this is a Quaker school. I don't know if you know what Quakers stand for, but
They make porridge.
Pacifism, and the porridge. It's pacifism. This is the worst example of the products of a Quaker educational system, me and Osama bin Laden. So all I wanted to do then was find the school picture. If I had a school fucking picture of me and Osama bin Laden, I could have lived off that for 20 years. But of course, they're not very keen to put that out. I looked him up in Friends Reunited. That's very dated reference, but that's gone. So
You made the towers quake.
Huh?
You made them towers quake, mate.
There you go. Yeah, good. Bit too soon? Maybe not. Probably not. Yeah. But yeah, so that doesn't help me.
It's annoying though, isn't it? Having someone that famous from your school who just smashed their goals so much that you can't. Steven Gerrard went to my school.
Yeah.
I'm fucked as well.
I'm more fucked.
He's your bin lad.
When I left my school, the most famous person was again weirdly related. This is a school in England, was related to Lebanon. It's a guy called John McCarthy, and he was famous for being a hostage in Beirut. So this guy was the most famous guy for being chained to a fucking radiator for 2 years. And I thought,
until Ken Bigley.
I thought I can beat that basically. And then what's his name? Conception. The Hollywood film director.
Chris Nolan.
Yeah.
Motherfucker comes out of nowhere, blows us all out the water. So yeah.
Chris Nolan went to your school.
Yeah.
That's
not with bin Laden though. This is a different school.
That's too mad. For
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mad.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan's
And I
a goat.
totally ignored him.
That's 2 goats.
Yeah, it is 2 goats.
Oh, he was in your, you
He
knew
was 2
him.
years below me. I could have just made an effort, but I just thought no.
Fuck me.
Where's next on the list here? Where's next
Would
on
you go
the...
to North Sentinel Island or would you try
Would I what?
North Sentinel Island?
North Sentinel Island.
Yeah.
Is this a local joke? I don't know what that is.
No, is it North Africa?
It's just off New Brighton.
Near India. It's
Is that the one where you
You get killed if you go.
get killed? No, because you get killed.
No, but you could go near it and look
I can
at
go
it.
near it. Yeah, that's with the tribe. There's but once every 5 years they eat a YouTuber, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is fine. No, I won't. Next place. I am doing my next book. I'm doing a book on happiness at the moment because I did a book on conspiracy theories where I hung out with conspiracy theorists for a year. And that is just a fucking nightmare because I've now attracted every nutter online.
So I'm obsessed I'm obsessed with conspiracy
Yeah, go on.
theories.
Are you a believer? See, I want to believe, but I'm not a mental. So
here's my thing. If I can find a way to believe it,
Yeah.
I will. Even if I don't believe it,
Yeah.
I will choose to
Fair
live
enough.
in the world where it's true.
what's your signature? What's your go-to conspiracy theory?
Oh, that they're all eating kids on pizzas in Washington.
Oh, you've gone. All right. So I thought you were going to muck around with the moon landing, but you've just gone full fucking mental. So you believe that restaurant?
Hillary Clinton eats kids.
So and she eats kids in ping pong. That restaurant, in the basement of the restaurant, which doesn't have a basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they want you to think.
Well, I've been there. It doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there's no basement here, sir.
Couldn't find
Not
it.
anymore.
Couldn't
Yeah,
find
because
it.
they
Not anymore. They
carved
filled
it
it up.
over it before you got there.
Turns out Joly's part of the problem.
I am. Well, that's the problem. I'm a
That's why that fella's taking pictures of you in North
Yeah.
Korea, mate. They're like, he's on his way. Carpet the basement.
Do you know about Denver International Airport?
Huh?
Do you know about Denver International Airport?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite. If you like tunnels, that's the fucking one. Denver International Airport is the best one. It's the daddy of all conspiracy theories. Basically, they think it's a very small airport. It's not. It's a small town, Denver. It's not a massive American town.
Colorado.
But it has the biggest airport in all of America.
Just wanted to give you the point.
Colorado.
It is in Colorado.
That was good. That was good. But it's got the biggest airport in all of America. And the reason conspiracists think is they think that underneath Denver International Airport are a whole lot of tunnels, systems that have been built so that whoever you think is running the world, the Illuminati, the New World Order, the Muppets, when the rapture comes, they're all going to fly to Denver International Airport, go down into the tunnels, be gently filleted and drink champagne while we all die in a burning mess. So I went to Denver Airport saying, let's try and find the tunnels. And you're right, I couldn't find them, but if
You're
they're
not meant-
secret,
you're not meant to
you're
find
not
them.
meant to. But I said, so I
That'd
said
be a
to-
bit of a shit conspiracy, wouldn't it, if you could just turn up and be like,
Just
where
take
are
the
these
base-
tunnels, man? And they're like, over there. It's
Take
like,
the basement. Yeah, but you know, some people think I'm part of the problem, so I should have been ushered into my panic booth. But anyway, I said to a conspiracist, how do you know these things are there? And they go, well, they're not hiding it. They go, look at the art. And you look at the art all around Denver International Airport, all by the same artist, massive fucking, huge like murals depicting really weird scenes like Russian soldiers
Loads
with
of signifiers and
with
everything.
bayonets and wearing gas masks and women carrying dead babies. It's not the Eurostar. And they're basically saying that is the Illuminati. They're so confident. They've put that art up just to say that's what's going to happen to you. And I said, really? And then they showed me a time capsule, which again, I think Blue Peter Garden, it's going to date me, but Blue Peter Garden, they go, that again is a symbol this stuff is happening. But whatever the case, you'd think if you're running Denver International Airport, the one thing you don't want, it's an airport. You don't want Dom Joly wandering around looking for tunnels. You don't want all this shit happening. You would put out a press conference or something and you'd say, look, this is all bollocks. What I love about them is they not only thought, no, we're not going to do that. They thought, let's ramp it up. So Denver International Airport themselves have put 10 sort of gargoyles jumping out of a suitcase all around the airport, and they're motion activated. So when you walk past them, they go, welcome to Illuminati headquarters. And you get all these stoners just going, fuck, like that. It's an
sick.
amazing place.
We should go.
Yeah.
Let's go to Denver.
Oh, good on them. I like taking the piss.
apparently it's one of the best comedy cities in all of America.
I love Denver.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a little bit to do, it's a big conspiracy central, but that might have a little bit to do with their consumption of space cabbage.
Was that your favourite conspiracy theory?
No, my favourite one was Finland doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, that's the goal.
And I kicked off with that because I just flew to Finland and I thought, well, that's it, job done. But actually, conspiracists would say I didn't land in Finland. I landed in
Sweden
Sweden.
East.
And all 4 million Finns are actually crisis actors and Tallinn is the green room and stuff. But my favourite one is flat earthers. I just love flat earthers. And I found a square flat earther who's even more niche than a flat earther. They believe the earth is square and flat. And there are 4 corners of this square flat earth. One of them's an island called Fogo off Newfoundland. So I took a square flat earther to the edge of the earth. And I thought, because the problem is you never win with a conspiracy theorist. There's always a get out clause. And I thought this way, it's going to be right or wrong. We either fall off the edge of the earth or I'm right. And if we fall off the edge of the earth, I've killed a flat earther. It's like a win-win for me. And we got there, and I hope this isn't a spoiler for anyone, but we didn't find anything. But he just refused to believe it. He then made us take a boat out because he said you couldn't see it from there. And then when the captain of the boat said we got to go back, he accused me and the captain of the boat of working for Bill Gates and been going around in circles. I mean, they're fucking mental.
Is there any you believe? Or is there any that you've got a little bit of belief in?
Not a lot. The weirdest one is COVID, really. I'm not, an anti-vaxxer in any way at all or anything like that, but the idea that COVID started in a wet market from a bat just 500 meters from what is the largest coronavirus laboratory in all of China seems a bit of a coincidence. So I think it's probably pretty clear that coronavirus, not intentionally, but was a lab leak. And I don't think it's that weird that the Chinese government might try and hush that up. The problem is Donald Trump, because Donald Trump actually called it out. He was calling it the China flu and stuff. But because any normal person, the moment Donald Trump says anything, you just disagree with him. I think he didn't do himself any favors, really. That's my other thing against conspiracy theories. Like things like, did we land on the moon and stuff? Donald Trump is told the truth about this shit. Do you think he could keep his mouth shut? Of course he couldn't.
Yeah, he's got the president's book, hasn't he?
Yeah, you just know all of it.
No, Carl. What you've done there is you've took National Treasure Book of Secrets 2
That's a
as a documentary, haven't you?
good film, though, isn't it? Surely he gets told everything when he comes into power, like, by the way, this is what happened to JFK.
Yeah.
This is what happened at 9/11. This is blah, blah, blah.
There's too many presidents for that to happen now,
Yeah, and then he's told, this is what will happen to you if you tell anyone.
Yeah, surely he knows all the secrets.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I don't think they let him have his password to his laptop.
But yeah, do you know what? This is true, because if you're a conspiracist, you'd say, no, the deep state would not let Trump know.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
he's just a puppet.
He's
isn't
a
he?
puppet.
That's what I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
Basically, the go-to is deep state, blame everything on Bill Gates. That's what it is.
I don't think Bill Gates is involved, but I do think there's a deep state.
You think there is a deep state?
I do think there's a deep
How
state.
deep does the deep state go?
Deeper than Bill.
I don't think Bill Gates is part of it.
I don't think he
he's
is.
just a straw man.
He's a straw man. Oh, straw man. Bingo.
Oh, but
We should-
apparently
you should hit
Tom
the bell
Hanks
every-
eats kids 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is a fucking suspicious little
He
fella,
loves a
mate.
pepperoni.
What? You think Tom Hanks is in on it?
He tweeted a
dead.
picture of a sock once.
And when
and
I
like-
don't get into it, I get messages going, you don't believe in any conspiracies. I'm like, Tom Hanks doesn't eat kids.
Seriously, come, mate. Would he?
But conspiracists are obsessed with eating babies and tunnels. I don't know what it is. So,
Because everyone's eating babies in tunnels.
I don't know. I mean,
You can't eat your babies.
is this why you don't go to New Brighton? Because of the tunnel?
Look, all I'm saying is connect the dots and tell me there's no picture there, you know?
All right. Or just read my book. Much better. Available at all good bookshops.
Where can we find all your stuff?
Bookshops.
Audible, can you listen to it?
Yeah, of course. I write them myself. I read them myself, which is an absolute fucking nightmare, because when I write them, because they're travel books, I'm writing down, I do a lot of eavesdropping and I listen into conversations, and then I have to do all the accents. And I'm just, firstly, terrible at accents. Secondly, I'm just like, how racist is this sounding? It's terrible. But I'll do
I'm
them
telling you
next
right
time.
now, you've just sold yourself some books.
I love an accent, mate.
I am the worst narrator, but yeah, I
Can't
do
wait
do
for
all
the
my
North
books, yeah.
Korea bit of that.
Yeah, North Korean one's very dodgy. Yeah.
You've got a tour coming up now, or are you in the middle of it?
Well, I've just finished my conspiracy tour, but what I've got coming up is Trigger Happy TV, which is where we started, the show that none of you remember because you're all too young.
No, I watched it religiously on a Friday,
Me
brother.
and Carl watched it a lot.
I genuinely watched it every
I
week.
was
Well,
watching
that's very
Beatles
kind.
About, to be fair.
Yeah.
that was
Anyway,
me.
Trigger Happy TV is 25 years old, and when I finished it, I did 2 series, and then I sort of thought of it like a band back then. We were trying to be cool a bit, and we were like, right, we've done it, we've peaked. Let's just knock it on the head. You're not going to beat that. And Channel
But
4...
then also, wouldn't you just get recognised loads if you kept doing series and series and series?
Everyone says that. It's bollocks. I do stuff all the time at the moment. Like, no one recognises you ever. Like, I can tell, walking down the street, I could always know who would know who I was and who wasn't. Also, hello, costumes, like wigs.
Yeah.
So no, that wasn't the reason.
That's how Bin Laden got away with it for so
Yeah.
long. He wasn't getting recognised. Even though people were looking for him, they were like,
It wasn't a real beard, that, mate.
But anyway, I did Trigger Happy, went to the BBC, and I kind of realised, then I moved on. I've never really done hidden camera since. I've done other stuff. Well, I did a show called World Shut Your Mouth on BBC, which I loved. But since then, I've been doing travel writing and stuff, and it got to 25 years, and I thought, you know what? It was like a big moment in my life, and I still think it stands up to this day. We did a thing in a cinema where a whole lot of people sat and watched it, and there's nothing like watching it in a communal setting, and it stands the test of time. So I thought, I'm going to try and do something, and because I've been doing this live stuff, I thought, I wonder how I do Trigger Happy live, because it's not like the Fast Show, again, dating myself, but I can't just do the sketches, because everyone I did it with were members of the public. So I've worked out a way of how to do the show. So I'm doing 4 massive shows for me in October. I'm doing the Adelphi in London, I'm doing Manchester, I'm doing Birmingham, I'm doing Glasgow. And yeah, so those are going to happen. And I'm really excited, but also fucking terrified about those, because I don't know what's going to happen.
That's the fun bit, though, isn't it?
Where are tickets going on sale for that? Is it domjolly?
Go to my website, domjolly.tv. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take a little break. We'll come back very, very shortly with some questions and executive orders.
What you like?
You are silly.
Now it's time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's manscaped.com for the very best in below-the-belt male grooming. But I tell you
And-
what, they do your face as well.
Above the belt as well. No matter where the belt is, Manscaped have got you boxed.
This beard hedger is my go-to for nearly everything. What a bit of kit this is. It's meant for your beard.
What setting do you have it on? I'm a 4-man, me.
I use it with the guard off, and it's got so many different variations. Yeah.
I'm 4. I use the 4. I also use the neck one, which is the same. It's the same as this, the same product, like what's it called? The foil.
Yeah.
Good for your neck.
And also everyone, I mean, at this point knows that I'm a dome shaver man now.
You are a domes.
And then it's the ultimate lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the best pube trimmer in the game. And these aren't just for yourself. Father's Day, Christmas, birthdays.
Or Mother's Day.
Manscaped.com, Mother's Day.
Why not?
Cut
Your mum's got a
Mars.
hairy biff as well.
There you go. That's what Manscaped want. That's why they actually put that in the read. Manscaped.com. Use code WORD15 for 15% off your Mars pube trimmer.
Yeah. Stop buying your dad shit presents. It's Father's Day this week. Buy him this. It's boss. Even if Father's Day is gone and you forgot, get on it. He'll thank you.
Manscaped.com. Code WORD15. Part 4 of 4 with Dom Joly. Have you got any executive orders? We've got some. Should we do it? I'm going to play the jingle, Dom. No,
Okay.
you guests can't hear it.
This ain't just any order. This is an executive order. Ow!
I wish there's a way for the guests to...
I love it. No, I've really enjoyed it.
if you were all powerful,
Yeah.
Kim Jong-Dom,
Yeah. Kim Jong-dong. Yeah.
nice. What would you pass as an executive order?
Oh, I've just got, I mean, I don't know how long you got. I got loads of these.
Great.
The one I've always been after is just to make it legal to be able to hunt and kill traffic wardens. That'd be my absolute first one. I'm using traffic wardens as an example of all just pointless money-raising bureaucracy, which is what kills this country, I think. I'm not getting political about it, but it just irritates me.
Speed
All this-
cameras? What do you think about speed
Oh,
cameras?
Jesus.
Hunt
yeah, I mean,
and kill speed cameras.
well,
People
there-
who put them up.
Well, no, there was a guy called Captain Gatso, because they used to be called Gatso, and he used to go and blow up speed cameras.
What a man.
What a job. I'd just kill to do that. It'd be amazing.
That was his job.
Well, it wasn't his job. He made it a job. Like, I don't think anyone hired him, but he used to blow those things up. This reminds me, actually, the worst thing I was ever accused of, and I wish I'd done it, but I hadn't. The worst thing I was ever accused of, because when Trigger Happy was happening, anyone that did like a prank or whatever, they go, that's Dom Joly. And I got the police came to my house when the Queen Mother died. Someone dressed up as a mobile speed camera and flashed her cortege as it went past, yeah. And that they blamed that on me. It wasn't me, but great
assumed
idea.
it was you doing
They
a
just
bit.
assumed it was me, yeah. Someone just went, yeah, Dom Joly, sorry about that. Like that. That's it.
If traffic wardens it's legal to hunt them.
Yeah, let's not go kill, but hunt.
Hunt.
Yeah.
Hunt
Yeah.
and
Capture and torture.
Hunt.
We
Give
are
them-
going to have to pay them a lot more. So there's going to be
Danger pay, yeah.
there's going to have to be
I
danger pay.
just
Well,
don't
no.
think anyone would risk it, would they?
But why would you do it now? Because it seems to me it's not a job you do to make mates, is it? Like, I think you have to have a certain. You think, I want a job where I can just fucking piss someone off.
No, but I reckon they do it to make mates because they're probably a little Weasley little cunt and they're looking for like-minded Weasley little cunts. And then there'll be a big like staff party where they're all going, I grassed up 27 people this year, mate. And he's like,
I'll tell
I
you,
did 48.
we did a Trigger Happy thing on them, but we weren't allowed to show it because Channel 4 wouldn't let us. But we found out where they have their Christmas party or whatever, there was a basement where when they're kind of, like...
And they were eating kids?
Yeah, they were eating kids. Yeah, I knew it. And if it wasn't for those pesky... But I don't know if you know, but black cabs in London have little green huts where they can all go and they meet up when they're not driving around and can have cups of tea. Well, it turned out that all the clampers and the parking wardens in Soho in London had this little... I don't know what it was, like a club room in a basement. So we waited till they all went in there. We just super glued the locks and they were in there for 4 hours and we filmed it. And it was like free parking. It was like The Purge for 4 days. Everyone could do it, but we weren't allowed to show that. So yeah,
Carl
I'd like to hunt them.
Me and Carl used to follow them around town and boo them.
Yeah, I've done all
I
that
would
sort
just
of
walk
stuff.
like it's proper harassment. Like they were just like doing the job, and we was a boo.
Grown adults as well. That wasn't long ago.
No,
We did because obviously I had a traffic warden character on Trigger Happy. It was one of my favourites, and I do feel slightly sorry for them because I'd put the costume on, and so I would do things like my favourite one was we had Sam, who I made Trigger Happy with. His car was this little Renault 5, and it was like easy to push. And so I'd wait till people were walking past, and I'd just walk out as a traffic warden, look around, push it onto a double yellow, and then slap a ticket on it like that. And people were like, I knew they're fucking doing that. or we'd hail a cab. The cab would stop, and I go, can't park here, mate. Slap a ticket on it like that, which
maybe
is
that's
all
what happened
great.
to your car in Sheffield.
Oh, yeah. So we just wanted to...
That is what they're doing. But I have to say,
mine just died.
To defend them slightly, even though I'm going to hunt them, I used to put the costume on and just walk out, we're about to go filming, and I'd forget I'd have the costume on. I'd just be walking down the street. Every person walking past just cunt, fucking cunt, I'll kill you. And you just realise this is their constant, that's their soundtrack. So I
sure
think
you
they
went
go
near the
mental in
Tourette's
the end.
school?
Yeah.
I think they need danger pay anyway.
You would choose to
Sounds
do
like-
that job?
But that's my point. If you choose to do it, you should be allowed to be hunted.
Yeah. Don't do it then.
And if we're not killing them, what are we? When
we're
we
not
pin them
killing them,
down,
no.
what are we doing
Tickling
at
them.
that point? You've hunted them and
Tickling
you're
them.
tickling them.
With knives.
Their salaries between 20 and 28 grand a year.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
But they're bribing people. They're saying, this could all go away.
Oh,
Bit
yeah.
of cash, 100%.
I like traffic wardens. I want to play their corporate gig Christmas.
You
I'll
like
be in the
them?
basement, mate. I'm going to be the one comic who's like pro traffic warden.
What? Because you wanted the niche market. You want to corner that market.
So really,
I tell you what, though, right? Because I agree with you,
Right.
100%. I live in an area with a lot of tight streets,
Yeah.
and when people park on both sides,
I do
Don't
wish
care.
there was more by ours.
I just don't
What?
care.
I do wish there was more traffic wardens by ours.
no,
I just don't care.
No, it's not about the traffic warden, but you know when people park on both sides of the
Yeah,
street
yeah.
and one of them doesn't get close enough to the curb.
Yeah. I
I've got
don't
a bit of
care.
a unit of a car.
I don't want
Donny.
to live in a country that you want to live in. You want to live in a country where everything's regulated, everyone parks perfectly. All my favourite countries are just a fucking disaster parking-wise, like Italy, Beirut. Like, just park where the fuck you want. Just drive into a shop if you want. I like that, but that's the way I want to live.
Okay.
I like that, but not where I live.
Yeah. I like going
Yeah,
to
okay,
visit
not
that.
in my backyard.
Do that on the Whittle.
Obviously, I want some quite elite traffic wardens around the square I
Yes.
live in
Yeah,
Cheltenham.
yes.
Yeah, but that's obvious. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah not my
Anti-traffic
place.
warden in town.
Yeah,
But
fuck
when
them.
it comes to in front of your drive,
Well, they're changing
Yeah.
the laws in Liverpool, so Liverpool is after 6 o'clock, on-street parking is free, which
Right.
is one of the only good things we've got when it
Right.
comes to that.
They'll change that soon.
They are changing it.
Yeah, of course they will. You'll have to pay for it or something
Yeah,
somewhere.
they're making it
somehow.
so it's pay and display after 6.
Yeah. Just drives me nuts.
have you got another one, Dom?
Yeah, I've got quite a few. I mean, I hate the royal family as well. So, but I think we should have
The people or the TV show?
what?
The people or the TV show?
Both actually, but
Careful, Dom.
I don't care. I don't care. I've got, but I don't like the royal family, as in the nonces. And but I think we should have one because tourism. But we don't need 50 of the fuckers. So I think turn it into some sort of competition.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, Battle Royale. So, I mean, I was thinking cage fight, but actually Battle Royale.
Fight plane?
So fight queen,
Battle
fight
Royal?
king, whatever. Yeah, Battle Royale. Sorry, I forgot how brilliant Battle Royale obviously is. That's exactly what we call it. Chuck them on the Isle of Wight. Last one to survive gets to be king or queen or whatever. And you film it, live stream it. I just think it'd be amazing. They've all got cameras on them. It'd just be amazing.
I'd enter.
Sorry, I didn't realise how brilliant Battle Royale was.
No,
That is the name.
I don't think he listened and then thought. I think he went, I've just thought of something.
Yes,
Oh,
He
I
has-
fucking hate the Royale family. You should have said Battle Royal.
Right. We get on usually.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I'd do. That's what I'd want to watch.
To make it sort of in your interest to be king.
Yeah.
Right? It should be. There's a battle royal
Thank you.
once a year of like 100 people. And the winner of that has a one-on-one with the current king.
To see if he wins, he takes over.
Yeah.
If not, you stay on.
But but the current king doesn't have to enter the big medley because then you
Yeah, because he's got to do all the.
Yeah.
They don't
King
do
shit.
anything.
Is it
Yeah.
just fisticuffs?
Yeah. No, just full weapons.
Oh,
like
shit.
anything you fucking
Oh,
want.
they own loads. They can just go in one of their stately homes. There's all sorts of
That's it,
weaponry
you've got
on the walls.
axes, cutlasses, you got cannon.
We went to the Tower of London. It's just an armory, isn't it?
yeah, torture
Pick
chambers,
what you want.
horses.
Brilliant.
You set
Now-
the Duke of Nonce on them, like anything.
I tell you what you do. You do the battle royal, whatever, and then the final, the boss thing. You do like a mansion, like Cluedo,
Nice.
and in every room there's the weapons of Cluedo. But
Balmoral.
they're hidden.
Yeah. Balmoral in the Royal Dining Hall
With an Uzi.
using Prince Andrew. Like, it'd be amazing. Yeah.
Is this an annual thing? Are you trying to do this every year?
Well, I think so. Because
No, 4 years. at the
World Cup.
4 years.
it's not going to get commissioned if it's a one-off, is
on
it?
the-
We all know that.
Exactly.
It's like, what's the
Yeah, the
longevity?
year between the
Year
Euros
between.
and the World Cup.
Yeah, that's nice, just to cheer us up.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
All
every
I'll have
2
that.
years.
Yeah.
Every 2 years, yeah.
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 So you
And
do
the only problem-
Euros, Battle Royal, World Cup, Battle Royal.
Euros, yeah.
When it's the AFCON, you know you're getting excited.
The only problem with this is like I'm doing these executive orders because I've been made king, so I'm not like anything to do with that. I'm separate.
Presidente.
Yeah, I'm sort of executive king.
Would you
I've got
enter?
another one if that's
Yeah.
all right. Just these are quite random, but they're things I really need. I fucking love and I hate golf. Like I can't explain it. Occasionally play golf and it's all right, but I sort of hate everything about it as well. And I don't want to watch it on telly, so I want to make it. I want to make it illegal for current golf to be shown as it is. It needs to be ramped up. I want a thing called Golf War 3. Basically, it's normal golf, but it's just got some added things. So you put landmines everywhere, just random landmines
I'm so into
on it. If you step on it, that's it, you're fucked. But if you don't step on it, it doesn't bother you. And then there's a clown in a kind of Mad Max car that drives around and he can run you over at any stage. I would watch that. It's so much better as a game. And I'd make the holes a little bigger. And that'd be it. That's all. Golf War 3.
all that,
That's my
not
idea.
easier.
I'm having it.
I think go to the PGA with that last idea first.
Do you think so?
I think
Before
you got
Battle Royale?
yeah. Soften
All right.
them up.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm here, so I'm pitching these right now. So there we go.
100%.
You don't love watching golf, though. Do you not love them? Like the.
Terrible to watch. Yeah.
Oh, please, tell me you wouldn't prefer it. If you're watching the golf you love, it's still all there, all the same people, but occasionally one of them fucking gets blown up by a landmine.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
saying that wouldn't
gold
improve it.
dust.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's absolute bollocks.
Golf
What?
is boring to watch.
No, it isn't.
Snooker's boring to watch.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoy it. So
You watch snooker?
I don't watch, but I used to when I was younger. Yeah. I used to watch snooker, yeah.
I used to do a lot of things when I was
BBC
younger.
Two, mate. Late night snooker.
Yeah.
Fucking Rocket Ronnie, but a few of these.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not doing that in golf, are you? Swinging it behind the back.
You don't watch much golf, do you?
Watch all the golf.
Do you watch golf? How
watch all
long
the
would
golf.
you watch a golf thing? I mean, 4 days.
The Masters, watch every fucking second of it, mate.
Once a
Take the
year.
weekend off, have a
Once
little
a
sit down.
year.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Really?
What's the last golf
Is
tournament?
that a
you
lie
watched?
bell?
The Masters.
Bullshit bell, yeah.
Who won?
Rory.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. That was quite an easy one, though.
Where were you
Who
away
came
from?
second?
What?
Who came second? There we go. Bollocks.
Justin Rose.
All right. All right.
So you watch that one tournament a year?
Yeah.
I watch all the golf, mate. That one.
No, I watch the other majors.
All the other biggies.
No, the,
The
Masters
Welsh
is
Open.
the one. The Masters is the one. Like,
the
there's
Brit- the
four
British
majors,
Open's
but the
good.
Masters
No,
is
the
the
Masters
major
is the
major.
one.
I know, but the British Open's good fun. Because they
You're
have to
thinking of
play.
the Open.
Yeah,
There is no
Ryder
British
Cup,
Open.
though. That's what
Oh,
I
by
want.
us.
Ryder
sorry.
Cup, it gets
I'm sorry,
full on.
The Open, the one that's in Britain.
Yeah.
The Open.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
That one.
Because they play it like
Yeah, it's-
next to the sea. They all get
Nah,
piss wet
boring.
through.
Just, it's such, I hate those links courses. Sort of, they're just boring. Yeah, don't like that.
I'm watching them
No,
play
get a
through
clown on
fucking-
there and a fucking car with a mortar. Then you've got it.
Well, better.
I'm open for that job. If anyone was trained all their life for that job, that's how I'd like to retire. I'm the kill clown
Swing a
on
few
a
bats
professional
tonight,
golf.
you know.
You're too busy with your house.
That's baseball.
Yeah.
Not the way I play it.
There you go.
Do you want to do some from the listeners?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Jay
100%.
Hen says, executive order, anyone wearing a band's t-shirt must
Yes.
be able to name 5 songs by that band or have it removed at gunpoint.
100%.
Adam Rowe, go.
What?
5 Taylor Swift songs.
Lover. 22.
He's going to get to 3, I think.
All too well.
Come on.
Your favourite one. Just favourite
Yeah,
one.
but
Don't help him.
What are you doing? That
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Take the
Got some
shirt
other
off,
good
please.
ones.
Remove the shirt.
He's doing that for bait. You must be.
What do you mean?
You've
You
seen
know.
it live.
I don't.
London boy.
Stop. We love Taylor Swift.
She's shite.
I think when it's a Ramones t-shirt,
It's always the Ramones, isn't it?
I feel like that's the one
Or
where...
Metallica.
Yeah.
I've had a Ramones t-shirt and I couldn't tell you one Ramones song.
I didn't even know they were a real band.
When I was younger, I had like a Top Man Ramones t-shirt.
It is a great T-shirt, though, to be fair.
Yeah, because it was a
But
It's
girl.
unbelievable.
I've also Johnny Cash one from Nashville. Got a Cash top.
That's nice.
Do you know any Johnny Cash songs?
Ring of Fire. Folsom Prison Blues. Johnny Cash sings live.
Oh yeah. The best of Johnny Cash.
Folsom Prison.
An audience with Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Man in Black. Don't bring your guns to town.
Sal says, executive order. Anyone in the gym who takes the treadmill or bench next to me when the rest are free should be permanently banned from using any gym again.
Oh, I'm totally with that. I'd also ban, do you know joggers? That's what I fucking hate. Yeah. So firstly, joggers anyway, like what you're running from. But when you walk past the jogger and they run past you, there's a sort of slipstream of sweat that hits you like as they've gone past. And that I'd ban. I don't know how I'd ban it. Probably just shoot. There's a lot of shooting in my new regime. That's why I'm trigger happy, but I'd probably shoot joggers as well.
Jogging's a really good way to keep fit and sort your mental health out, Dom.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's really great, but frankly, you're too late. If you're running to do that, it's too late. I'll tell you, it's another good way. You wouldn't need to be fit, and I'd sort out your mental health if I shot you. So there you go.
There you go.
So true.
Can't be depressed if you've got a hole in your head.
Have we got BetterHelp sponsoring us today? Because I feel like those two messages
Listen,
might
I
not...
suffer from terrible anxiety. I have a very bad depression, so I'm allowed to say what I want.
Fact.
Yeah, you're the victim.
I think people do it to feel safe.
What, jogging?
No, like just the
Oh no, just just do
Come on,
one.
that's not. They
no, the
don't.
treadmill. Like some people don't have spot. Like, in case I hurt myself.
Oh,
What?
sure.
I don't do that, but I'm saying maybe that's what that is.
Oh, I went to
bollocks.
the gym with my little Czech masseuse lady. She took me to the gym, and
What?
She,
You're on gym dates with your masseuse.
yeah.
With a Czech masseuse.
I've got a sports massage lady
course you do.
who's great.
Yeah.
And she's from Eastern Europe. And we went to the gym the other day. And
Is she older or younger?
she's 46. She's very strong.
Is she?
She's strong.
She's very strong.
46. She didn't
At one
look
point, I was doing what they call not the deadlift, the barbell out and doing the leg press. Not leg press. What do you call it? Squat. And I was like,
He loves the gym.
We're
by the
real
way.
gym
I
people here.
can't remember the names of things.
I'm glad
And I was
you
like,
didn't.
this is hard. And she went, stop listening to inner bitch in an East European voice.
Well, that's
Stop
nice.
listening to the
Stop listening to
She's
your
deaf
inner
as
bitch.
well.
It really turned me on.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh my God.
Oh, she turned you on.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I love that. Ex-Soviet, degradation.
Bit of discipline, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She knew Auntie Robert.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take it. Let's go on holiday together. I would not be allowed. Laura would kill me. I want space at these places. Just if you want to be close, that's fine. Just one off. Don't be a weirdo. And same as the urinal. If there's 4 and I'm at the far one, why
You're
would you
doing
go
waste
to
of
the
your
one next to
anal,
me?
mate. That's your problem.
No, it is that. But it is like sitting in an empty pub or whatever, and someone goes, is this anyone sitting here? You go, no, but there's 50 other tables.
Just
Why would you
fuck
do
off.
that?
Josh Shaw says, executive order, make all pool tables contactless.
Eh?
Oh, so it's not £1 because no one's got cash anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That shows
How
my
do you
age.
reserve it then?
Yeah, that's
That is-
cool.
that
You
is-
still
Put your
you
pound
leave,
down.
you leave your credit card on. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Or your bollocks.
Yeah.
You just put your bollocks
Kind
on
of like the retro feel of slotting £1 into a machine.
I totally agree. And I like the coin on the... It's a nice thing.
But isn't...
Yeah.
But who's got
cash
coins?
is
Maybe
redundant
they
now.
should have
who carries
tokens
coins?
at,
Exactly.
at the bar.
No,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
No, like a trolley
Stop
coin.
modernising everything. I want to just put £1 in and have a fun.
I know, but what
He's
have you got
always
quid?
paying pool. Come
I've
on.
got a quid.
His
I've got a
pocket's
quid
full of pound
sometimes.
coins.
I've got £1 in the car
I've always
for
got
when
a
I need
quid,
a
and I always
trolley.
think, what the fuck am I going to do with this? I've had it for 6 years in my pocket. So that would be good.
I've got a £1 coin in the car for the air for the tyres or a
Oh,
trolley.
yeah.
I've got
That's
a little trolley
contactless though,
token.
no? You don't need that.
No, not
But
by
down
mine.
south it is. Sorry.
Oh,
Good.
really? Yeah.
Big news, Liverpool. It's happening.
What's happening?
It's gone contactless.
The trolleys?
No, the air.
Oh, God.
What trolleys?
Yeah, for your
Oh,
tyres.
supermarket
Yeah,
trolleys.
air's
Yeah.
contactless.
Oh, but the garage I use isn't.
Oh, no.
It's £1 for 5 minutes.
That's been happening.
That feels nice. Have a little
Supermarket
knock.
trolleys. Yeah, why are they not contactless? That's true. They are in airports.
Yeah, in Nashville, it was $7 to use one of the
Yeah.
big trolleys.
Fucking hell.
I had a lot of bags, though.
By the
Just
way,
worth it.
I picked Stephen up from the airport today. And
Stephen?
And he paid, to be fair. I stayed for 22 minutes in the car park. It was £25.
Yeah, because it went into the hours thing.
Yeah.
No,
Over
but you
20
get a
minutes.
thing now where you pay £5 just to drop someone off.
This is
That
6 quid.
pisses me off.
6
Yeah.
quid for 10 minutes.
All these people will be hunted with the traffic wardens.
It's fucking.
There's so
it's a
much
scam.
hunting.
There's a massive umbrella of hunt.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Hyper commercialization.
It's a cunt hunt, basically.
Xander says, "Hi lids, executive order for you here. Sorry, my laptop's being weird.
Weird message.
Ignore that bit then.
Is this live?
Has it just disappeared?
That's fine. I just had one of those. That's
Senior
fine.
moment.
I just had a senior moment. If you don't edit that out, Finn, I'll fucking hunt and kill you. And now I've been funny about it, so now it's staying in. Fuck off." Hi lids, executive order for you here. Might be controversial, but Sunday trading hours are bollocks. Why do I have extra bother on the weekends worrying about if I have everything in I need for a dinner on a Sunday, or cutting plans short because I ran out of bog roll at 3 p.m.
100%.
Because I don't know if you've tried buying the ingredients for a proper meal in a corner shop, but it's fucking impossible unless you're remortgaging your house.
Never mind. It's a corner shop.
I'm
Don't buy
all
everything
for
a meal.
workers' rights, and I would encourage a system to allow people a similar share of time off over the weekend to spend with their families or enjoy themselves on those 2 special days. But I think big shops should be allowed to stay open later on a Sunday.
It's because of Jesus.
It is because of Jesus.
Because of their imaginary friend.
Yeah, it's because of Jesus. Now Tesco shuts at 4 o'clock because of Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus is going for a scran with his nan.
I hate nothing more than getting to like 5 o'clock on a Sunday and going, what shall we have? And you're like, oh, I can't decide.
My executive order along these lines, a twist on this would be that every day of the week is they can have the names, but they're the same. Every day is the same. There's no
What do you mean?
weekend. Like
Every day's Monday.
no, they're still Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
It's just
but
day.
there's no different rules on them. They're all
yeah,
just
yeah,
the same day.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-day working week, and the people working who are on like 9 to 5 who have a working week can pick the 4 days of those 7 each week that they want to work. They
And you
get
just
the
call
other
it 1,
3
2,
off.
3, 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Just shift work it. All right.
Yeah. Everyone can just do that. They just pick
If you want to
their
go
hours.
days of the week, my favourite, when we were talking about travel earlier, I went to a place called Turkmenistan and they had the nuttiest dictator. And he not only built a 100-foot gold statue of himself that revolved to follow the sun, but he changed the name of the days of the week in Turkmenistan to name them after his children. I think that's the way to go.
Sick.
That's next
Quite cool.
level
He
dictator,
had 7.
isn't
It
it?
was perfect.
Yeah, but you don't want to be the Tuesday kid.
You're not. Well, Tuesday's gone.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You don't want to be that kid.
You don't want to be the
You want to
Wednesday
be the
kid.
Saturday kid.
I don't think you want to
Sunday.
be his kid, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
but what's Saturday? If you just everyone forgets, you know what I mean? It's all just.
so do we lose
but the
weekends?
days
Is what we're
stay the
saying.
Yeah, no, you can pick your own weekend.
All right, but then
Oh, there's something special about a Saturday night though, where everyone's off.
you want everyone at having the same weekend, apart from the people selling food. They've got work.
No, like a Sunday should stay open the same as a Friday. And if you don't want to work, then there's someone who does want to work.
Also, hang on, is it not just more part-time hours for people?
Yeah.
Like no disrespect, when I was 18, 19, you just got a job, didn't you? You didn't give. No one was like, oh, I can't work on a Sunday morning because I'm 19.
'Cause of
I had
Jesus.
all sorts of jobs. So just open up more hours that you can give people.
This is quite a sensible.
It's good for the economy as well.
Jesus, this has all gone quite sensible.
Can we
I
just
like
let
this.
pubs stay open? Fuck
pubs.
off telling us when to go
What
home.
the fuck? I mean, 15 years ago, we were told that's it. Like, it's all gone. They can stay open as late as possible. They're just not. What happens?
And then
Apart from that one place in New Brighton, which I can recommend, 4 o'clock in the morning, great
I think
rocking.
you'd love the drinking hours of Liverpool.
Is it different?
Yeah.
Pubs till 3, 4 a.m.
No, fucking Cheltenham, that's it. 11 o'clock, it's a dead zone.
Oh, in
live in a
Liverpool,
shithole.
you can drink from 9 a.m. till 7 a.m.
So it's like an airport.
Yeah, there's a little gap in the
and in
middle.
most places where you say that,
Yeah.
it's all gets it, like the earlier into the morning, it get like later into the morning. You know what I mean?
So you
Like,
know
later
where
it
to
gets,
go
it gets
for
worse
your-
and worse.
Yeah.
There is good boozing till dickhead
That's what I'm
o'clock.
saying. There's, I can always find somewhere late, but it's normally you're either going to get stabbed or it's desperate. But I want to go somewhere fun.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
You would love a
Oh,
Liverpool.
okay, well,
next time.
I mean, I hate to say it, but New Brighton was where I experienced that. I'm not saying it's not in
This
Liverpool.
episode is sponsored by New Brighton. It's all
big New
happening
Brightons, got
over
Dom
the
in their
water.
I have
pocket.
no idea where I was coming, but I did have a great night.
Speaking, we a couple of weeks ago, Dan had a week off because he was bathing his wife.
He was bathing his wife.
He was bathing his wife, and his kids were quite
She's a big woman.
Okay, yeah.
And I had Thomas Green join me here, and we had Nick Helm on the show. And we asked, we went around the room and asked everyone what their perfect Sunday was. And since then, I've wanted to do it with Dan, and I'd love to do it with you as well. So
I don't think you do really with me.
why? What's your
really-
perfect Sunday?
It's gonna be really dull.
No,
No, dull is good. Dull's you're happy. That's
Really?
fine. Yeah,
I
mine's
don't-
quite dull as well.
Yeah, I just want a day where I don't get off the sofa.
Yeah.
No golf, obviously, but off the sofa, lying on the sofa, everything by Deliveroo.
But what are you watching? What are you eating? Who's with you?
I'm watching No One, my dogs. That's it.
Perfect.
So wife is not allowed in. She's downstairs in the basement. So it's not a special basement. It's just a basement. I'm on the sofa all day. I do not move. Everything is bought by Deliveroo. My children are made to work to bring the Deliveroo from the door to the sofa. 2 dogs with me. They don't move either. They don't have walks that day. It's complete chill. And I just watch total shit. Probably just a whole season of Below Deck. I'm obsessed with Below Deck.
Been told
I
this
don't know if you know Below Deck, but no, all right, fuck it.
What are you eating though?
It's everything.
What-
It's cheat day.
Do you like Chinese? Do you like pizza? What do you have?
Lebanese, I like
Lebanese,
a lot. Chinese will have then an Indian. Pretty much everything.
This is honest, and I'm not trying to be bleak. This is what the end of my life will look like.
Well, I'm
just
at,
me.
I'm at the end of my life, and it's looking like that.
I'm
yeah.
going to be
How old are you,
on the
Dom?
couch.
What?
How old are you?
56.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
Why?
You look good for 56.
I know, but I am. I'm near death.
He means you.
Go on, Dan. What's yours? What's yours?
This
Mine
would be
is
great
bit-
for you if I die now. This week it'd be fucking great.
That look, honestly, I just, you know, when people are like, oh God, towards the end, it was pretty bleak. It looks like my couch watching what I want constantly and not having to move. Sounds fucking.
No, but like now, what's your
Great.
Sunday? Like, is that?
Oh, take us through the whole day. So you wake up.
Right.
Alarm. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I'd love
no
a lion.
alarm on a Sunday.
I'd love a proper lion.
What time do you get out? Are you like a late riser?
And well, I'm an early riser now because I've got small children who
the
are bullying me.
motherfuckers. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah.
They just want to live the day. They're like,
Yeah,
oh, we're full
they'll
of
just
joy.
all
Perfect
about them.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So in
Shut
your
up.
fantasy, the kids can be having a lion. Maybe they've had like a Xanax.
Right. Well, they can do what they want.
Or maybe they don't know they've had a Xanax, but they've had a Xanax.
I'm in the Seychelles. I don't give a fuck where they are. They can sleep as
Laura
So
gets up
every
and takes
Sunday's in the Seychelles.
No.
For you.
So I wake up in the Seychelles. No. Like, what's your perfect Sunday? This is mine. Seychelles, kids, Cheshire.
I didn't know we could. I didn't know we
cocaine.
could travel for it.
Does Seychelles have cocaine? They do now
Yes,
because
it
it's my
does.
perfect Sunday.
Cocaine in the
Big pile of
Seychelles.
cocaine.
All right, I'm joining you. I'm getting off the sofa.
God, big pile of
No,
cocaine.
you get up and Laura's took the kids out.
Right.
So you wake up.
No,
and
the
the house
kids
is yours.
bring you the cocaine, then they fuck off.
Let them finish your Seychelles one and then we'll make them do a proper one.
I'm not allowed. What? Why do I have to be at home for my perfect
You want to come on
Sunday?
holiday with us? You
Nobody
want to
told me
Seychelles
I
every
could
Sunday?
travel.
There's a big pile of cocaine and Dom Joly's there.
No, nobody told me we could travel. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the fucking
You can't
sofa. I'd be in the
travel,
Seychelles.
Dom.
Right.
Well, you can. It's just
Turns
Sunday.
out my perfect Sunday is a big pile of cocaine in the Seychelles with Dom Joly and his 2 dogs who aren't allowed to
We're
move.
having brunch.
This is
My
great.
dogs are fucking hoovers, though. We're not going to get much.
And then we go for the biggest dog walk in history. As they do laps of the
96
Seychelles.
mile dog walk.
Yeah, and then I'll have. Oh, is there a Hickory's on the Seychelles?
Well, you're not hungry. You've just fucking hoovered cocaine, haven't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
You've ruined Sunday.
Some sort of gangbang, not with Dom.
Is the NFL on?
Not with my dogs, either.
Yeah, of course, it's the perfect Sunday. So then I get to watch the NFL on a come down. Well,
Nice.
That's fine. Great.
Do you not get hungry when you're on the shite?
It lessens it a little bit.
Does it, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Is the calories in cocaine?
No, it's pretty calorie free.
It is
That's
full of
not a
petrol, though.
recommendation. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Sounds good. That the
You're not
cocaine.
cold,
Is that why people get cocaine skinny?
That's not what you're meant to say to someone who's not allowed to do cocaine. You go, fucking hell, Dan, that sounds good. I know you saw a therapist for a while, but I didn't realise it was fucking net zero on calories.
It's very Moorish, isn't it?
And you have put weight on. Get on it. So Seychelles, Hickory's in the Seychelles.
Don't think you understand the game.
Amazing.
It's just fine.
Built a Hickory's in his perfect Sunday. No. Within the realms of your general life.
It could happen this Sunday. Could happen. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your perfect this coming Sunday?
Seychelles, wake up.
And there's no cocaine on the Seychelles.
You're not allowed cocaine anymore, Dan.
It's just, you're with me on the
No, but
sofa at
his
that
perfect
stage.
Sunday
You
might
overdid
include
it, didn't you? Dan?
Right. So I wake up on Sunday morning, and just before I wake up, Laura has hit her head pretty hard and has had some sort of trauma and has come round. You know when people get a different accent when they come round for drunk?
Oh, yeah, she's Chinese.
decided that she... that adds to it. And she decides she loves blowjobs all of a sudden. So that's the first 4 hours in the morning.
Are you available to do the audio for the story when I write it?
This is your fantasy Sunday.
It's your
and you've
wife's
had to
turn.
give
Your wife's
wife
got
a head injury.
Your wife's got
Suck
head
you off.
trauma, turned Chinese, and giving you blowjobs.
Sounds great, to be fair.
It does sound like a smashing morning, I have to say.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a perfect Monday because we'd kick your head in if you were doing drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't allow her.
What the fuck do you know about it? Well, I'm not going to come in and tell you.
You're
There
telling
would
me
be
you wake
signs.
up-
that again.
Hang on, you wake up, you get a Chinese blowjob off your head trauma's wife, and then she lets you do a load of shite, and you come in here on Monday and we go, what have you been up to? And you tell us none of it.
Secrets. many secrets.
Are you taking the kids to the park? Is that
Oh,
part of it?
yeah. When I've had a 4-hour blowjob and loads of cocaine.
How old are your
I
kids?
think is
How old are your kids? They enjoy this this podcast?
they are not allowed to watch this podcast.
No,
though.
it's weird, isn't it?
They're 4 and 8
Oh, okay, yeah.
for now.
Yeah, not long now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, what do you want to hear? Oh, I want to put on a coat and just walk.
No,
through-
you don't
through
wanna
the
do that 'cause you're
autumn
taking the
breeze.
piss.
Oh, no. Oh, and just, when you get a latte and it's not
That's
too
Adam's.
milky and it's not too coffee-y. And then, the fucking wind hits you on the face and you're like, oh, God,
Why have you
Sefton
become
Park's
stoned?
lovely. In the greatest city in the world, and then Liverpool win the league in the autumn. and then, big pile of shite. And then Pogues. Oh,
Is yours not
perfect
waking
Sunday.
up, having a cold plunge, feeling good, having a hickories?
Sorry, can I just
watching
ask,
the NFL.
what's the hickories? Is
It's
this
a meat restaurant.
Genuinely,
have we not got
also,
those?
he's just describing what I did on Tuesday. So, what's some
Oh,
special
you
about
living
this?
the life then?
But what's a hickory? Is that smoke shit? Barbecue?
Yeah, like a Texan.
I don't think we have that in the south. Why do we have that?
Good shit.
It's in and around the northwest. It's doing
Is it in
really
New
well.
Brighton?
There's one near
There's
New
not-
Brighton.
West Kirby.
That's all,
West
that's
Kirby.
all I'm
West
interested in
Kirby.
up here. Yeah, all right.
You should move here. I think you'd
I
like
moved to
it.
New Brighton, yeah.
Tom's moved.
Cheltenham sounds shite.
Cheltenham is
Tom's
just
just
shite.
become the mayor of New Brighton.
And I know
Guys,
you.
just to let you know.
I know
I'm
you've
just
got the
Trying to get
horses.
someone to turn up next time at the Floral Pavilion. That's all it is.
I know you've got the horses down in Cheltenham.
Yeah, we
but
do.
We've got horses up here.
Yeah, but the horses come over for a week. All of Ireland moves to Cheltenham. Meanwhile, I organise a burglar away weekend. And we have just a coachload of burglars go off to Ireland and we fucking clean up every year. It's amazing. I actually did it.
You could still do that from here.
I actually did it. Where all the Irish were arriving at the festival, and I hired a coach, and it just said Ireland burglary tour, and we were all dressed in stripy tops, getting on. They just didn't find it funny, but there you go.
You can also get bread sauce in hickories.
Okay, bread sauce.
Yeah.
We just stop right here. Is literally my favourite thing.
I know it is.
How the fuck do you know? You don't know that.
Why do you think I've randomly brought it up?
It's got it written here.
What? How
We
would you know that?
We know because
'Cause we
Harry
know
does some
everything.
research.
I've never said that anywhere. Have I
Yes,
said
you
that?
have.
It's my favourite thing. I have bread sauce
On toast?
on bread, on toast, sandwiches.
Bread on bread.
How the fuck do you know that?
We know everything here, Tom.
That's. I mean, but your research has been terrible so far, and then that.
Don't you want to know what we know, but we didn't get
go
round
on.
to?
I'll tell you what's spoilers because I write my own Wikipedia, so most of it's made up anyway.
Did you once buy a World War I biplane?
It's bollocks. I made it up, but no, I didn't.
Okay, Harry, you're fucking useless.
No.
you know.
I put that in my Wikipedia.
Yeah, but he should research it and find out whether it's true.
Well, actually, I've never said that wasn't true, but I did that because I realised that lazy journos would only ever just go on your Wikipedia. So I basically.
He knows the bread sauce,
If
though.
Sheffield Hallam
the
could
bread
see
sauce
you
is great.
now.
So my test was every time I do a new round of interviews, I put a new fact on, and if they brought it up, I knew that they
Well,
would done
let's
it.
see
But that's
if-
bollocks. That one.
Were you a diplomat in Prague?
I was, yeah.
That's fact.
I can speak Czech. Bohužel nemluvím česky. You can
Whoa,
talk that to
whoa.
your thing, yeah.
Oh, now
You
he's
can get
talking
on
my
the fucking
perfect Sunday.
treadmill, arsehole.
You can speak Arabic, Czech,
I
French,
can speak
and
Arabic,
English.
Czech, and French, yeah.
Went to school with Osama bin Laden.
I think we've been through that. Yes, I have.
Once got in trouble with a member of the Italian mafia.
Oh, fuck yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did. So I'm quite bad on road rage, and I was on a family road trip on the Amalfi Coast. And I learned in Beirut, so I drive like I'm in Beirut. And the traffic on the Amalfi Coast isn't great. It's always like you're right, it's tight little lanes. Anyway, we stop because there's this fantastic view. No one's moving anyway. So we stop and I'm taking a picture out the window. The van behind, like honking away. So I'm just straight out the window. Fuck you, shut up. I'm just being British abroad. This guy got out. He was honestly like, if I had to cast like the main executioner for the mafia, he was like bulging with veins and he was coming towards us. My kids are in the back. They're screaming and crying. I'm like the worst dad in the world. So I just screech off. I just like hit the accelerator and we screech off the wrong way down the Amalfi Coast, just getting away. This guy's chasing us in the van. My kids are screaming. My wife is like literally wanting to murder me. Yeah, it was a nightmare. I got away from him though in the end. but we had to hide. But as we went past him, sorry, this is the important part of the story. So he overtook us at one stage and stopped the van, got out. I then had to overtake him again. As we went past, he punched my rental car, and I thought, that's all right, it'll be fine. When we got to wherever we got to, there was literally his handprint. The guy was made of metal. That was terrifying. That was bad.
Isn't that worth the story, though? Like,
What?
the moments of fear, to be able to tell that story forever.
I didn't, but I felt really bad with my kids because they're quite traumatized about.
They can't go in Frankie and Benny's
I drove
anymore.
my whole family from the Cotswolds to Istanbul and back when they were like 9 and 12, and we got shot at in Serbia, and that was bad as well. So the kids they're not happy on road trips.
I get it.
Why did you get shot at?
Because we were coming right to the Serbian border. We were getting to the border, and we came around a corner, and this guy stepped out, policeman, and tried to stop us like for speeding. And I went past him because I didn't see him, so we kept driving. And he got a gun out and shot at the car. I wasn't trying to get away; I just couldn't stop. And we were like a mile away from the frontier. So I thought, I'm not stopping now. This is a fucking nightmare. So we just sped for the frontier, got to the frontier, and got through as he sped up. So that was good. But again, kids not that relaxed in the back.
Jesus Christ.
It's quite fun though.
Yeah.
Churchill said there's nothing better than to be shot at and they miss. There's nothing more exciting in the world, and that is true.
It's probably exhilarating.
Yeah, we live in Liverpool. You got to experience that, haven't you?
Once,
go on.
I know that one's true. Banned from Western Supermare.
Yep, I'm banned from Western Supermare.
You didn't get shot at in Western
No, I
Supermare?
didn't. I did.
Shot at someone twice.
So Western Supermare, I filmed there for a week, and I wrote that it was a bit of a shithole because it is a shithole. And I got a letter from the mayor of Western Supermare, who I presume is the Western Supermare mayor, and he sent me on official notepaper a thing saying, and I remember it because it's framed in my loo, saying for the rest of your natural life, you are banned from Western Supermare. And I remember thinking, who gives a shit? I'm never going back there. And then 2 months later, someone says, it's kicking off in Western Supermare, you need to check this. So I click a link, and it's this YouTube thing. The mayor is doing some sort of fundraising day, and the whole thing is a Dom Joly hate day. He's got a slug race where all the slugs are named after me. They've built a really realistic effigy of me on a pyre, and the fucking guy sets light to it, and a bunch of Western Supermaries are all dancing around it. It's like the Wicker Man there.
You could go back as a ghost, though.
I could go back as a ghost, yeah.
Good to know.
Are you aware of my ghost?
No, it just said all your natural life. So
Yeah, that's right.
not-
Yeah, but it means I'm dead. I've got better things to do when I'm dead. I'm not going
Yeah,
back
you're
to
not going to Western
Supermare.
Supermare as a
Yeah.
ghost.
If you're living in Western Supermare, you're dead already. So
Once sold his apartment to Salomon Rondon.
Salman Rushdie.
Salman Rushdie.
Sorry.
Do you know who Salman
Rushdie.
Rushdie is? Though?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this is going to make no sense at all. Yeah.
On the life.
I did. So Salman Rushdie, if you don't know, is the writer who, pissed off Islam and got a fatwa against him, and so he went on the run for like 6 years. Just as he was still on the run, I was selling my flat in Notting Hill, and it had a double roof terrace, and my estate agent wouldn't tell me. First he said I couldn't be around when the person came, so immediately like, why? And then wouldn't tell me who it was. So obviously I sat in my car outside and watched, and it was fucking Salman Rushdie. I couldn't believe it. Salman Rushdie was buying my flat. So I thought, in the best joke that I sadly chickened out of, I had a double roof terrace, and I was going to retile it. So the next time Google Earth went over and it took a photo, it was going to say Salman Rushdie is hiding here. But I chickened out because I did think if he got killed, it would be... And of course, recently he got stabbed, which is not funny. So, yeah. It was
And the
probably
other
good.
one played for Everton.
Oh, yeah.
Hasn't got a fatwa against
I
him.
don't think
He
he's
hasn't
got a
got
fatwa on him.
us
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't have known who he was. Yeah.
He's not welcome back.
He's had an Everton. He's had the Toffees fatwa against him.
He's not welcome. He's shite.
And you have pet pigs.
I used to have pet pigs. I had 3 pet pigs, but I moved into Cheltenham, and the neighbours just weren't into having the pigs, so they now live with my neighbours in where I used to live in the country.
Like big pigs.
Yeah. So the first one I got was my wife went to a book club, and there was a guy, he'd been given a pig to look after because he had a big garden, and there was a big moment when Paris Hilton, people like that, all had micro pigs. Yeah? Well, there's no such thing as a micro pig. They're just baby pigs, and they grow. So these fucking idiots buy them, and then when the pig starts growing, they get rid of them. So this was one of them, and so this pig was, didn't have a home. So my wife came back and said, "Do you want a pig?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And so the pig came and lived with us, and we were living on a farm. We had an Arga. So there were a lot of like weird things. Like my kid would be cooking a bacon sandwich while the pig was lying under the Argo going, "Oh, smells good. What's that?" And I go, "Don't worry about
like
it."
our job, man.
Yeah. And then it's one of those things like people just thought, anyone got any pig problems, Dom Joly will take them. So suddenly I was being given pigs. So I had 3 by the time we left.
What did you name them?
Well, the first one came as Wilbur, which was a bit unoriginal after Charlotte's Web. But I had Sir Francis, as in Sir Francis Bacon.
Nice.
And then I had another one called Stanley, because Stanley was found wandering around Accrington Stanley in the morning, and he'd been really badly beaten. It wasn't funny, actually. And he was a really scared pig. And so I took him, and he was the sweetest pig, Stanley. So, yeah, he's great. Pigs, genuinely, I've got Labradors that are really fucking smart. But everyone goes on about how smart pigs are. Insanely smart.
And they
can almost do combination locks.
They come for half an hour as well.
Huh?
They ejaculate for half an hour.
Oh my God. So I used to, don't judge me, but for some reason I wore Uggs one winter.
I know, you wanked off pigs.
And I'd be writing in the kitchen, and my pig just fell in love with my Uggs. So I'd be writing, suddenly my Uggs would be like gripped in a vice-like grip. There'd be quite a lot of grunting, and then the release. And they were just pig semen stained in the end and had to be thrown away. And they got very weird, like, I don't know,
like little twisty cocks,
corkscrew penises, so you can't withdraw. And this is too much detail, I think. But yeah,
Well, if I know anything about podcasting, you always end on the pig cum. So that's been a great episode.
I don't know if it has.
Oh, it's been brilliant, Dom.
Oh, it has.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Superb.
It absolutely has. So
Well, thank you for having me anyway. But more importantly, remember, I'm on here. None of you know who I am. You're too young. But Trigger Happy TV was really funny 25 years ago. And I'm doing live shows, and they're going to be even funnier. So come along.
And visit New Brighton.
And visit New Brighton. And can I just say thank you again to whoever those people were, because you were fucking great.
domjolly.tv. And remember, if you're going to get pigs, watch your Uggs.
Have we got a song to play out with?
Yes,
That's
we
what
got
they
a song.
say, innit?
This week is a band called The Falls. It's not The Fall.
Oh.
And this is their tune Waiting for Yesterday.
Thanks, everyone. Love you. Thank you, Dom.
Thank you.
Bye.
Au revoir.